stalker of.
Alright, hey, I see Seth is here, so that's pretty fantastic. How you doing, Seth? It seems like you're gonna go to bed soon, but that's perfectly fine. I'm glad that I happened to catch you now, or glad that I happened to, I didn't expect to actually see you, but funny enough, I am glad that you were here because, as it turns out, once again, I was looking for you anyway. I'm gonna be out at 10:20. No, that's perfectly okay. I'm glad that you even took the time to show up. To be honest, this is a really late stream start, all things considered. But I figured that with less than 24 hours before my next stream, so you so would stream at 1 a.m. Yes, I absolutely would. But hear me out, okay? I gotta give some rationale for today's late stream. Okay, so as we all know, the reset is coming up in less than 24 hours. And hey, by the way, Ruler, I'll greet you after, but the reset's coming in less than 24 hours. I am at run number 733. I don't think I'll make it to 1,000 pit runs. I was really hoping to hit the 1,000 mark this week, but I really did not have the time to stream at all this week. I really didn't. So, having said that, I don't think I'll be able to make it to the 1,000 mark. I'm gonna at least see if I can make it to 900. I'm probably gonna try to aim for 900 runs, and then I'm probably gonna hit the haystack. I'll wake up fresh tomorrow, and it'll be close to the time for reset. I've even prepped my sleep schedule for this. I want to wake up about 2 hours before the reset, a little more than 2 hours, I guess. Yeah, because I want to be sure that I get there like before everybody else, so I can, you know, set shit up to make your guys' lives easier. So that's the plan. Now, having said that, Seth, are you still here? As I was saying earlier, you're the one that I was looking for. The reason being, you're the last person. Everybody else has given me confirmation that they are still available for reset day. You're the only person who hasn't given me... Well, I know you confirmed last time. I just want to double check with you. After you give me the thumbs up... one second. Yeah, so after you give me the thumbs up, we will officially have, I think, a confirmation from just about everybody. You are still available. Okay, fantastic. When do you think you'll be available to join us? 5 minutes, even 5 minutes before would be great. I just want to get a feel for, just want to make sure that everyone's going to be there like prior to reset time. Like it's not a huge deal if you show up like a couple minutes late, but yeah, no, definitely the faster we can get up off the ground, up and running, the better. And it looks like I just first run of the day. Ev Bone Visage. That's Ev Giant Skull. Are there any variables on this? Hold on a second. Giant Skull. Whoa, Ev Giant Skull. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever gotten anything something like this before. So 305 defense. So this is like a pretty mediocre giant skull in terms of its rolls, but the fact that it's Ebb is pretty interesting, I would say, so that's pretty solid. So about 3:15, 3:30, okay, and that's, I believe, Eastern time, so definitely looking forward to having you here, man. Same with Rulerov, I don't know if he's still here, I would like to hope that he is. And speaking of, let me just put down Ebb Giant Skull. Starting it off, the last 100 runs or so were quite the disappointment. Hopefully these upcoming runs will start to make up for it. So, let us continue on. Give me a second. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to keep going. I will hold on to the giant skull as a nice little trophy here. So, yeah, thanks for the heads up. I am really looking forward to tomorrow. As you can, well, you probably can't tell from my voice, I am dead tired, to be honest, right now. I had to force time for myself to actually get a stream up. I figure that, you know, it's not like me streaming late would have a huge impact on anything like real life related tomorrow, because tomorrow's reset day and reset begins at like 4, and I definitely want to be up at like 2, so this actually ties in very nicely with my schedule. I won't have, I'm also hoping to get like a good number of hours of sleep though, so I don't want to push the 1,000 runs. So I'm going to sell for 900, that's going to be probably my ending line for this season. I'll probably try to do the 1,000 at some point in the future, I'm hoping. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's been a very fun ride though. Had a lot of fun with this Singer Barbarian, but it's time for him to hang up the mantle, and it's time for me to whip out yet another new fresh build and running nighttime maintenance at work. Ah yes, I was actually expecting you to be here. I don't usually see you around when I do my daytime streams, but I figured that you, for whatever reason, might happen to be on right now. So indeed, here you are. Hopefully I can keep you company for the next little while you have to do your silly little maintenance. Alright. Or I guess I should put it in the reverse. Hopefully I can keep you company for your little maintenance. Also, with any luck, maybe this Barb of mine will actually level by the time this evening's over. So, dare you stream now? I want to stay, but I need sleep for school. Ah, no, dude, look, Seth. I'm gonna be here all weekend, okay? Like, I'll be here all weekend. You're gonna be here for reset day. In fact, probably for, dare I say, the first time ever. It's gonna be, we're actually gonna be on call together. Like, you'll be hanging around my stream, I presume. But, of course, we will be on call in Discord. Honestly, I'm so stoked for tomorrow. I've come up with, like, so many different ways we can actually play reset. Even, like, the first couple minutes. Like, I've planned that, dare I say, far ahead. Like, even something like, how are we going to level tomorrow? Levels 1 through 15, or Act 1, right? I'm kind of debating whether or not I should... Like, I definitely want people to be there, because I want to talk about some options we have. We could go, like, I think traditionally we've just done, like, Trist runs and shit. I'd be down for that, of course, if people just want to Trist until I level 13, etc., etc. But, of course, I think one of the primary goals that we also have to take care of is we have to make sure that we get Taloneth. And we're better to get Taloneth than from Countess. Granted, players 8 or no drop 0 Countess is kind of shite for getting Taloneth, but the idea there, the hope there is that we do a bunch of Countess runs each, and then hopefully after like 3 or 4 good runs between all of us, because I will boast that we split ourselves up into at least 2 teams, or subgroups. Am I making sense right now? Anyway. The point is, I've got a lot of stuff in mind as to what I want to bring up to the people who will be joining tomorrow, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't ever speedrun, so I might be a bit slow. It's okay. I can't actually imagine you being, like, super slow. Like, as long as you're on Discord, right? It's like, all you'll really need to do is... Okay, like, first of all, you're not even a DPS. You're a Conviction Paladin, if I recall correctly. I'm assuming that you're still down for that role. So your only job is really just going to be, hey, Seth, we need you to go through this portal so you can amplify all of our damage. And you'll just sit there and try to keep yourself alive. And it looks like I just horked an Arcane's Valor. Run number 700 and... Yeah, that is an Arcane's Valor. So run number 735, +1 to all skills, +1 Arcane's Valor. Run number 735, fantastic. That's not the craziest of drops, but it's something factoring in the drought I've had over the past 100 runs, so that's pretty good. But yeah, no, as I was saying though, Conviction Paladin, you've picked probably the best role to try and, like, I presume that you're saying that you'd be slow due to your inexperience, but the thing is, like, you've picked the easiest possible class to, you know, be like a first. We're not even speedrunning, that's the thing. Like, the only reason why one might define our attempt to go through the game quickly as a speedrun is because, like yeah, we finished faster, the last time we did this reset, and it looks like, wow, a shadow plate too? Okay, let's see, what is this? Sorry about this, guys. Steel Carapace, is that worth reporting? I don't think it is. So, as I was saying, like, in the past, we've run resets, like, for most of us, it was our first time being even on a team, but we managed to finish the game in 5.5 hours. Last time we finished the game in 4.5 hours, and that wasn't because we were, like, trying to, you know, speed run through the game. It just so happens that, you know, after doing, like, 3 or 4 reset runs, Maverick and I came up with a series of what to do and what not to do in our reset runs for Diablo 2. So, don't worry so much about, oh, well, I don't think that I'll be, like, I'll be able to be as fast as everybody else. Honestly, just focus on having fun, and, I mean, just focus on, I guess, trying to be, dare I say, a good team player. I think even, like, Ruler of wasn't with us last time, but I figure that if he were with us, I mean, he knows the game fairly well, and, I mean, he would have joined us on Discord, so it's like, there would have been no issue communicating with him and telling him exactly what it was we needed to get done. So, yeah, sleep-deprived drops better than well-rested drops. Sleep-deprived drops? Oh, well, yeah. These drops are meh. Like, they are what they are. Oh shit, this mule's actually already full. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just, D2 garbage, that's what we'll call it. Like, the whole reason I'm even still, like, picking up these items is just out of habit, I guess. There's really no need, I'd say, for me to even hold on to these anymore. Like, I have pretty much everything I need at this point. I am overburdened. Or rather, there's, like, nothing else that I'm looking for. It's just more like a, oh, what kinds of cool types of shit can I get in the next couple hundred runs, right? So that's kind of the goal there. Sell them to Charcy. I legit would, but I mean, you never know when somebody might need items. Just earlier, I think this week, not even earlier this week, like a couple days ago, a couple nights ago, there was somebody who was like, hey, I'm looking for a Quahagen's. I don't know how to say that. Quahagen's Wisdom with a perfect sapphire and like a hell rune, I think it was. And I was like, well, I do happen to have those items on the ladder because I happen to hoard them. So it was nice actually having access to that spare gear, right? Like, it's nice being able to just be to whip it out and take pride in my ability to, well, not even ability, but my hoarding. You know, as a certified hoarder, it's kind of nice to just go up and be like, yep, I have that, and I'm more than willing to give it to you. He was offering a grief for it, and I was like, fuck it, yo. It's like, it's free. I'm just glad I can get this shit off my back, you know. I don't need Quahagens. I don't even know why I keep so many Quahagens, to be honest. But anyway. Okay, Seth. Well, thanks for dropping by. We will chat more tomorrow. Once again, don't sweat it so much. Just focus on having fun and focus on being a part of the team. Those are the two core, I guess, things that are most important for us, for our janky team of not even optimal class picks. So yeah, you have a good night now. I will see you tomorrow, where we will be able to talk a lot more, I presume. I hope. But yeah, that's definitely another thing that I wanted to mention too, though. Like, it's kind of awesome just, I mean, part of the awesomeness behind the team that we arranged, like, Maverick and I originally. We finished 5.5 hours, and we weren't even, like, this was our first time grouping up with one another, and we weren't even using optimal, like, equipment, or optimal, like an optimal setup. It wasn't like, oh, 18 life for now, I don't care about that. It wasn't like, oh, well, we have a bow barb, and we have a conviction paladin, we have, like, an assassin, with like 2 types of DPS and 1 necro or some shit like that. No, it was legit like we had like 5 sorks, I think. 5 sorks, and I can't even remember the rest anymore, but it was a lot of fun. Like, it was nice. One of them that just would be so awesome you could find it while you're leveling up and before you start needing better items. I absolutely 100% agree. Frankly, I actually was genuinely curious as to what he even needed Quahagons for. He pointed out that, yeah, apparently it's the best in slot for, like, a Frozen Orb Sorceress. I was like, what? But I didn't really push too much on it. I was curious, but I really didn't want to, like, bombard him with 30 questions, like, what the fuck, but, yeah, that was definitely very interesting. It was interesting talking to him, just being like, okay, well, here you go, what do you need this for, and whatnot. So, yeah, Quahagons, I think. It's, like, good-ish, but, yeah, by the time you get it, it's like, alright, well, I mean, could have used this, like, I don't know, 10, 15 levels ago. Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's interesting. After all, who runs Frozen Orb, right? Yeah, well, I think it's for PvP. Yeah, it's PvP Sorceress that he was going for. And even for PvP, I'm not, like, I've never heard of anyone needing a Quahagons, so I was legitimately like, okay, well, that's kind of bizarre. Definitely made me raise an eyebrow or two. So there was that. But once again, right, like, okay, I was like, alright, sure. You need it for something, I gave it to you, and we're Gucci. Okay, I forgot about PvP, same. But frankly, like, even... Actually, no, that's a lie. I don't ever really forget about PvP, I just don't think of it as a cause for, whatever somebody needs. I was except this time I was suspecting it to be like... Oh, hold on a second. Sorry about that, that was a bit uncalled for. Yeah, so regarding PvP, I don't ever say to myself that, oh, yeah, I've never actually... Okay, so when it came to this Quahagons, I actually thought it was going to be like an LLD piece of equipment, right, like low-level dueling. But, yeah, no, it's not even... It doesn't seem like it's even... Well, I realized that, oh, yeah, you actually need, like, what, level... You need to be like level 55 or some shit to wear it. I was like, okay, well, that ain't gonna be low level dueling. So definitely it was quite a very interesting request, and I looked at it very intently, and I was like, I still don't know what about it makes it appealing for LLD. Is it like, I mean, if I had to put my money on something, it would definitely have to be hit recovery, because that's the only thing that it offers that you can't get on, like, say, Viper Magi. Viper Magi is a much more solid choice. In my opinion, it's got, like, FCR, it's got more res, and it's got more magic damage reduction, if that's even a thing, but the only thing that it lacks is FHR, which Quahagons has 20%, I think it was 30% FHR of. So, yeah, I don't know. I really did not know why or what kind of build required that Quahagons. I assumed that it was to up the FHR breakpoint on his so-called Frozen Orb Sorceress, and that's just kind of, that's all I was able to really gather from asking him, like, yeah, what are you planning to use it for? FHR is no joke, especially on Sorks. Yeah, no kidding. No, for sure. Yeah, no, it's no joke for sure. I just am surprised, like, anytime... I guess especially for PvP that makes sense, because, like, PVM, you get a bow barb, you're good to go. Hey, look, a labyrinth. It's my first red box in over 200 runs. Well, anyway. But yeah, no, like, actually, like, I mean, I take FHR for granted a lot of the time because, like, given that I'm usually playing PVM, it's just like, oh, well, I'll just pop open my bow barb, I'll go raw, 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 and then it'll be like, alright, well, I'll never have to go into hit recovery because good luck doing, like, 400 plus damage in one hit. But for a Sork in PvP, that's kind of important. That is kind of important. Hello, and welcome to the stream, Rupert. How is it going, my man? As you can see, we are in the middle of doing, playing /Diablo. I am using a Pit Singer build. I farm pits, and I sing. Well, sorry, my Barbarian sings, and I basically pop items through singing. So, yeah, that's just the general gist of it. The whole goal was to do like 1,000 pit runs, but it seems that the ladder is going to be resetting tomorrow, and so I will not be able to finish my goal of 1,000 runs this season. That's okay though. I think I'm going to try to settle for, I'm hoping for 900 by the end of this evening, but I might call it quits if I like to try and prevent myself from getting burnt out in preparation for tomorrow. Because tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow is the big day. It is going to be reset day for /Diablo, and I cannot afford to be late or tired for that. That's going to be, oh Nelly, that's going to be a fun one for sure. So, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully you are too. Okay. Yeah, Arco Javelin, you know what, sure, I'll humor the drop. Okay, it's garbage. What am I rolling tomorrow? Well, I guess at this point there is no need to be all smoke and mirrors. Like, Ruler's on my team, Rulerov is on my team, so, like, yeah, he, you know, alright, keep it in shadows for one more day, but, this build that I'm coming up with isn't nearly gonna be nearly as secret as, the Pit Singer build I came up with, which I think honestly delivered. It definitely garnered quite a number of memes, and raised some eyebrows, and people were all like, oh shit, you actually farmed fucking 36, or over 100 keys with this Singer Barbarian in under 5 or 6 days. Yeah, so I think I accomplished my goal quite nicely this time around, but I definitely have other goals for next season. Anyway, what am I rolling tomorrow? Sorry, I got sidetracked. So, what am I rolling tomorrow? I will be rolling a, drumroll please, I'm going to be playing a Druid. I am going to be playing as a Druid. There are only 2 other classes that I have not played here on /. Well, I guess I should say in general, I've started with pretty much every other class on reset day except for Druid and Amazon, and I decided this season I want to play as a Druid. I have plans for both a Druid and an Amazon, but I really wanted to make a Druid this season. I have a lot of plans in mind. Windy? Ooh, well, to be honest, not outright. At some point I'll need to it's fun. Yeah, it actually is a lot of fun. I used to meme the Druid a fair bit, and then I actually sat down and I tried it. I decided to try it, and man, I had to eat my own words. Playing as a Druid is actually a lot of fun. I don't even hate to admit it. I was thoroughly surprised. Like, you know, I spent all my years playing like Necro, played a bit of Assassin, right? I played Paladin a fair bit. Here I'm playing a Barbarian. But, man, like, I tried playing as a Druid, and fucking hell, it's a lot of fun. From start to finish, they have a lot of really cool tools going for them, for sure. Definitely their summon tree, it kind of like pales in comparison to, like, you know, okay, I don't know, how should I put this? They definitely have a number of glaring weaknesses, and, like, you know, fissures, the delay on spells, on their fire spells, like Fissure, is kind of a bummer, but I can get around that. Really, like, when I finally sat down and tried a Druid for myself, I came to realize that it's actually a lot of fun. So, regarding the whole Windy build, though, I don't want to go mainstream. Like, everyone and their fucking mother goes, like, Wind Druid start reset, like, most Druids that I've seen. They'll just straight up go Windy Druid with, like, maxing out Tornado and Hurricane. And honestly, I will eventually buy into this hype because it is, without a doubt, the most effective, I'd say, class to farm with. Which is debatable, I guess, or some people might debate that. I personally, like, you can run AT in, like, under 70 seconds, or under 75 seconds on average with a Windy Druid if you do it right. So, definitely, Dark Adherent, is that worth bringing up? Nah, forget it. So yeah, definitely I think, Windy Druid is something I had to respect to later on because it's just way too effective, and there's really no reason why I wouldn't play it if it's so effective. But starting off the season, I think I want to play out as a Fissure Druid. Ooh, exciting stuff. I'm gonna start off with Fissure. How does that sound, Rupert? Hopefully I haven't put you to sleep with my long-winded explanation, but definitely I've invested a lot of time and effort and thinking power into what I wanted to start off with, and I want to start off with a Fire Druid. Good old nice Fissure Druid. Not on reset though, unless I absolutely must. My plan is to actually use... Sounds good. Alright, well, hopefully, I'm looking forward to showing it off. Hopefully you'll be in for the ride, and hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Definitely I have a newfound respect and perspective on Druids ever since I tried them out, at least in single player. I came to realize that, like, oh, well, I mean, I keep talking shit like, oh, why would you ever want to play, like, a Druid, like, doesn't farm as quickly as whatever, and I tried, I'm like, hey, this isn't actually that bad. Like, they do have delays on their spells, but the build as a whole does a lot of damage, it's a lot of fun, and you can... It does have that delay on its spells, but you can definitely survive, you can get around that and survive. So that's pretty solid. So yeah, sounds good. I do think that it does sound pretty good myself. I'm really looking forward to trying it out tomorrow. No, oh, this might be my first ever Stormlash. Hold on. Let's see, come on. Please, Stormlash. This would be the first ever. This is all you're gonna need. Horizon's Tornado, and it is a Horizon's Tornado. And is that worth reporting as a drop? Definitely a lot of uniques this evening, though, for sure, compared to my my usual quota. So I will admit to that much. Yeah, but anyway. But yeah, for the reset though, I'm not. Hold on a second. Yeah, for reset day, I'm probably not gonna just go Fire Druid outright. I think I wanted to try a fun little support build, just for funsies. And well, if I realize that, hey, yeah, well, we're doing shit for damage, which I would find hard to believe, given we have 3 Sorks, an Assassin, and a Conviction Paladin, then yeah, oh, well, sorry, at least 3 Sorks, I should say, and an Assassin. Then yeah, I will probably switch it over and go Fire Druid to add the extra DPS. But frankly, I just cannot see that being an issue with Seth locking in as a Conviction Paladin. That's pretty solid. Like, we should be doing enough damage to get through the game without any significant difficulty. And we've got a Barb too, so I really don't know where we would, you know, get screwed over. Some might argue Chaos Sanctuary, but I definitely have a plan to get around that, and that's something I'm going to have to convey to the team tomorrow when the reset does begin, because sure as fuck I don't really want to do players 8 Chaos. Fuck that. Yeah, so those are just my thoughts. So yeah, I know, quite a lot to take in, but hopefully that does answer some of your, or that does kind of shed light on my plans for tomorrow, especially because I'm not going to be saying too much. Rupert, do you plan to be there? Are you planning to be there, or are you going to be taking part yourself in the reset? What's the sit rep on that? Oh wait, look, Ed Thresher. Alright, I can definitely chart down the Ed Thresher as a drop. Zero socket Thresher. 742. Alright, awesome. No players 8 chaos. Why not? Because, because players 8 chaos is scary and time consuming and it's a lot more difficulty than it's worth. So, and it's not just chaos either, by the way. It's Trav, chaos, yeah, Trav and chaos are the two big ones. Maverick and I, or, well, I came up with this, and Maverick and I decided to try it. We came up with a method to actually get around the whole players 8 having to do players 8 chaos and players 8 Trav, because seriously, we tried doing players 8 Trav the first time, and that ate up over 20 minutes. And then we tried to do players 8 chaos. Oh, Nelly. Honestly, it will save us a lot of time and a lot of frustration if we just go with the cheating way of getting around the hell chaos. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to ask people, ask the team first if that's something that they would want to do. I strongly advise for it because it will save a significant amount of time. But if people want to play the game legit, then I'm all for it. I just, it is, players 8 chaos is very scary. That's what I'm going to say. So, yeah, players 8 chaos is just scary and difficult. If you do it on players 1, it's much easier. So yeah, 19 life and 6 cold rest. Yeah, I'll chart that down as a drop. I think that's at least somewhat worthwhile. 19 life, 6 CR, SC, and I will put that down as run number 743. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. No, seriously. Trav and Chaos, I'm telling you. It's going to be a nightmare to do if we do it on Players 8. And, I mean, hey, I'm all for it. If you guys want to play it, okay, no Tempting Fate with the Death Knights. I'm not even talking the Death Knights. I'm not even talking Death Knights. Like, Death Knights... I'm talking, like, Council. I'm talking Venom Lords. Venom Lords which have, like, 11k base health. Anyway, I'm not even going to talk about their health and numbers and math and shit. All I'm going to say is... good fucking luck trying to kill a Venom Lord on Players 8. Just one Venom Lord. Seriously, it was... I still have footage of the first time that we tried that shit. It was like... Oh, the portal just got swarmed. It was like, somebody pops a portal at the seal, and we're like, alright, let's hold the line here. Trav is always just a clusterfuck. Exactly. Trav is always just a clusterfuck, but I guarantee you, we spawn them Players 1, we do them Players 8, we're out of there in under 30 seconds, okay? But if you want to go the long way, if you want to be all like, alright, well, I'm going to play this game legit, then good for you. Alright, well then we can totally spawn them Players 8 and then clear them Players 8, but man, we are in for a long ride with the good old council members who are immune to, like, they're always dual immunities too, right? Sometimes it's like fire cold, fire light, cold lightning, like physical immunities. It's honestly just one big mess. Dealing with them Players 1, like, trust me, it saves us so much time. It's a godsend. Like, the only reason why people might want to do it Players 8, honestly, I'd say would be for legitimacy's sake. That's something that I can respect. Something that I definitely want to bring up for tomorrow. But me personally, if you give me the straight up option, no, we are doing it Players 8. We've done, what, 4 resets now? Or I've done 4 resets with certain members of that team. And they've always been thankful when we just be like, yep, nope, we ain't fucking with Players 8 Trav. That's not happening. Not fucking with council members when they're Players 8. Players 1's the way to go. At least the Trav and Chaos Sanctuary. After that, it's like, alright, not a big deal. Yeah, like Bale's Throne Room is kind of, that's a mess in itself, but it's a manageable mess. Chaos Sanctuary is definitely not. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to say. That is what I'm going to say. Yeah, no, those are the two big things I think that I'm worried about for tomorrow, that I have in mind. That I've been like going over all the scenarios myself. I've been really thinking it over in my head. What am I gonna say to you guys tomorrow? Oh, 3% FRW, 20% 20 defense. That's useless. All right. Yeah, I definitely want to make a point tomorrow that, yeah, like, first of all, we need Tal-Eth, we need a stealth, we need somebody to teleport, and we need them to have FCR, so that's where stealth is going to play a big factor. So we should probably farm Countess, at least until we get Tal-Eth, and then after that, we can do, like, Trist for leveling. That's one of the two things I'm going to point out. Everything leading up to Hell Act 3 is going to be like, alright, we could probably just... Honestly, we could just jerk ourselves off and we'd still be fine. It's only after we make it to Hell Council that I think I'm going to state that, yeah, like, we should do Players 1. So yeah, those two things are the two big things that I'm going to strongly advise for this reset, for reset day for our team. That 1, we should spawn them Players 1, or Hell Act 3 onward Players 1, and that 2, yeah, we need Tal-Eth. And so we should probably do Countess until we get our Tal-Eth. Yeah, quite a mouthful, but it is what it is. Plans, plans, plans. Plans, plans, plans. Yeah, it's a shame that I don't actually have Moobot running here. But just for those who are interested and just for those who are lurking but might not be, you know, if you guys are lurking and you guys don't want to say anything, I can respect that. However, I do think that at the very least, I think it's worth pointing out that there is a ladder reset coming tomorrow for the private server known as /Diablo. /Diablo is a private server that runs the vanilla version of Diablo 2, version 1.13, same version that you would use for, say, Pluggy. It's got a really chill community. It's a bot-free, dude-free private server where you don't have to deal with Realm Down. I know that is a common complaint of people on botnet. I mean, this is definitely something that from what I've seen, it's pretty much exclusive to botnet. I've never seen it on any other private server. But yeah, no, /Diablo is a great place to start. In fact, I'm going to link it right now. For those who might be remotely interested, let me just quickly make sure that... Okay, so we're just going to put... So... Yeah, I think I should probably get, like, Moobot or something to just... I think I'll look into that tomorrow. That's what I'll do. While I'm chilling in the Discord channel waiting for people, I think I'm going to try and set up Moobot to automatically be like, hey, yeah, check out /Diablo because it's fucking awesome. Bot free, dude free private server. I mean, you don't really have much to lose. Reset's coming, and it's going to be this weekend. Or at the very least, this weekend's going to be pretty busy, so that's worth checking out. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get back to my runs. Reset! Hey, Maverick! It's good to see you. And speaking of which, I actually just lost track of what run I was on. What run was I on? Can't believe I lost track already. Yeah, how are you doing? I'm guessing that you have your team up and ready for reset day. I am fucking amped. Remember, Maverick? When you make it to Hell, Trav, if you know, in worst case scenario, if things go to shit, you can always use the Players 1 trick. Same with Chaos Sanctuary. Okay, so... Man, Twitch player is so buggy these days, I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh, there you go. Okay, so 744, I think, was my last run. Or 745, yeah, it was 745 was my last run, so 746 should be coming up. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alright, cool. And, I mean, I was just telling Ruler of who I would assume that he's still here, but he's just lurking. Yeah, I was telling him that, yeah, Hell Trav and Hell Chaos. Yep, try to do that on Players 8 once. That was not fun. Okay, it was fun, to be completely honest, but yeah, trying to just... you know, bypass them with players 1, that was also pretty awesome because we shaved off like over 15 to 20 minutes with that small play. So yeah, do you want to vouch for that, Maverick? That I think would give more credibility. Two thumbs ups are better than one, right? But anyway. Alright, so enough of me talking. I think I've talked myself to death already. Like, I am dead tired, and I am honestly saying a lot more than I should. I'm sure you guys are sick to death if you're in the chat. Talk non-stop about plans for reset, which aren't even here, and which I'll probably go over again tomorrow. So I'm just going to chill, and if you guys have questions, then feel free to ask. I don't really think I have much to really say this evening. I didn't really expect that many people to even tune in for that matter. I'll greet you guys as you come along, or as you guys ask stuff, or say stuff. But, I mean, the primary goal for me was, 1, I wanted to get the 900 runs in. Actually, I didn't mention that to you, Maverick. I wanted to finish my 1,000 runs, but I've come to realize that this week I just did not have enough time to do all 1,000 runs, so I settled for just seeing how far I can get today. I want to get to at least 1,000 before I head off to bed. I'm hoping that by the time I'm already ready to go to bed, it'll be somewhere really late, and then I'll be able to wake up early tomorrow for reset day. Or not early, sorry, but late actually. I'll wake up like close to about 2 p.m. Eastern, and that should give me plenty of time to get things set up with the rest of my team, and I'll also be fresh out of the bed, fresh off the block, and ready to go. So that's pretty awesome. Definitely thumbs up. Yeah, it's saves a lot of time for sure. Yeah, it's a pretty solid method. I love it. It's great. It's like, you got people being all like, yeah, in the middle of chaos or trav, and we're just like, yeah, we're done. We're done. No, I think we beat a lot of other people by a little over 15 to 20 minutes at least with that method. I don't know, that's one of the things I was always very proud of with our team. I know I've said it before and I'll say it again, like, having a team of people who just did not know each other to start off, and who weren't even organized into like a team of like meta characters, right? Like, we didn't have like an assassin for the early game. We didn't have like, you know, we didn't have like a conviction paladin or like a Barb. No. We just go. We just make use of what we've got, and we just fucking go and hammer at it, and we just see how far we get. And we still managed to finish more than most quote-unquote organized teams, or at least teams that are organized of ideal compositions. So, that's a thing. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to keep at it with the... It's a bit of a shame. It's going to be the last night that we're going to be hearing this glorious meme. But I intend to make use of it and milk it for the remaining... How many runs have I even done today? I started at like 7:33, I think. I've done like 14 runs. Oh, shit. Alright, well, I gotta step up my game. I think I'll make it to about 800, maybe 850 is what I've gone for, so... Here we go. Long night incoming. If you guys have questions or prompts for me to sit around and just non-stop talk, feel free to ask as always. Otherwise, I'm just going to mute myself and let Conan do his thing. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Maverick, how long do you plan to stay for, by the way? Just curious if I should get ready to say see you later now or later. Oh, you're about to pass out soon. Alright, that's fair. Good to know. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of in that boat right now, too. Like, I could sleep like a rock right now if I wanted to. Like, I'm so ready to just keel over. It's taking every ounce of willpower to do these runs just to adjust my sleep schedule in preparation for the reset day. Yeah, no, actually, though, that's the big thing for me. Honestly, like, I'm just so done right now. I can barely calm. Like, I seem to be commentating just fine, but honestly, I don't even want to talk that much. I cannot right now. I'm definitely, I'm, oh, I need my sleep. But I also need to adjust my sleeping schedule for this. So, I have to do these runs to keep myself awake. But yeah, if you do pass out then, Maverick, thanks for dropping by as always, and, you know, have a good night. Run into a cave at every living, and scream at every living undead thing you can find. Wakes you right up. Well, honestly, now that I think about it, I'm not actually all that, like, sleepy right now. It's more just like, I'm pretty fucking exhausted. Like, I'm dead fucking tired. It's been a long day, and I had to, like, really shoehorn the stream in. I don't normally start streams at, like, 11 at night, or... Yeah, I don't usually start streams this late. But yeah, today is... I really wanted to see if I could... Well, no, I've gone over the reasons why I'm doing the stream, of course. So, you guys know the spiel. I've only said it like 30 times today. Yep. I mean, hey, I'm doing my thing, just screaming at them. Although, frankly, I'm really looking forward to what the Druid will have to offer next season. It won't be as much horking and screaming, but honestly, Fissure is a really cool and fun skill to play around with. And it's a bit of a shame because I can't go both. Like, I honestly would want to play both Fissure and the support build I had in mind when we do the reset day, but alas, I only have. If we can only do one. We're only going one bout for the reset, right? So I have to pick one of the two builds that I had in mind. And I said to myself, if we have enough DPS, then I'll... if we don't have enough DPS, then I'll go the classic Fissure Druid build, which is pretty solid even in Players 8, up until a certain point. But I realized that, hey, yeah, no, we should have plenty of DPS, especially with Seth on the team as a Conviction Paladin. So I think I can have some fun, or I can just cut loose a little bit and try out my little support Druid build. Last time I did a support build was like, what, my Dim Vision Necromancer? And that actually turned out to be pretty good. Like, fucking hell. The Burning Souls in the Throne Room were just like... Nope, can't see shit, can't cast shit. So that was nice and refreshing. Anyway, I'm rambling. Back to muting myself, I guess. You guys almost bitch about more stuff like I usually do, but I'm gonna save my voice for tomorrow, I think, because man, I will be streaming this tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Rah, rah, rah. I also just remembered, now that I think about it, I am going to need to request that if people tomorrow for the reset come across like Druid hats that have Poison Creeper or plus the Poison Creeper as one of its attributes, that they don't actually just outright sell it, because I kind of need that. Never thought I'd say that, but yeah, I could use Poison Creeper tomorrow as part of my weird little build. So I'm gonna point that out now. I also want to call dibs on Demon Limb. If we get our hands on a Demon Limb, I have characters I want to make with that Demon Limb. Anyway.
Yes?
Remember, newcomers, there's the /Diablo ladder reset tomorrow. The /Diablo, /Diablo is a private server. Running the vanilla version of the game, I really need to do a command for that in the chat. I really do need to set that up. Oh. Anyway, yeah, /subreddit contains all the details for those who are curious. /subreddit, or /Diablo. A lot of fun, bot-free, dupe-free private server, and runs the vanilla version of the game, allows you to multi-box and map pack and whatnot. If I have enough time before we start tomorrow, I could create a Poison Creeper map pack filter. That's okay. Ooh, blade buckle. Oh, this would be something that will come on reset day. It's 30 FHR, but no such luck, sadly. Anyway, no, it's all good. It's all good. It's just more of like, I mean, if druid hats fall on the floor, I just assume that, like, yeah, people are going to pick them up and presumably try to sell them for gold. And I mean, by habit, even I myself, if I see plus carrion, or not carrion, but poison creeper, yeah, plus poison creeper, then I'll usually just be like, alright, well, that's auto-sell, but I realize that, hey, yeah, no, tomorrow, yeah, I'm gonna have to request that if people do come across such a hat, that I get to use it, because it turns out that Poison Creeper is actually a lot of fun to mess around with. And yet another thing that I'll get a chance to showcase in tomorrow's reset. I always love these resets, not just because like it's a fresh start, but it's a nice chance to show people new builds that don't commonly get seen. Like, honestly, you can pull up like any other... I don't want to like generalize or make it sound like, you know, other streams are like boring or whatever, but seriously, you can pull up any other stream and they'll be running like Sorceress or Pit Zerker. Well, Pit Zerker, even Pit Zerker is pretty cool, to be honest, but like being able to see less commonly used builds, like Fissure Druid, Pit Singer, I don't know, that's one of the things that I enjoy, just being able to showcase off to people that, yeah, you can actually do this in the game, it's super cool. The purple box, any druid hats with it. Oh, yes. Yeah, make myself feel accomplished that I got a hat with Poison Creeper, and I'll think to myself, oh shit, it's a purple box. Wait a second, it's normal. Wait, I'm level 7. Wait, it's fucking Act 1, I can't get a purple box here. Oh, it's the filter that really made me. Oh man, well, the feels... it would be a quick way to make it so that my heart doesn't get pumping whenever I see a purple box, you know? It would be like... It would actually be like the erection killer, like, you know, you're like going hard and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, nope, not anymore, no siree, that's done, goodbye. Anyway, I see a number of people lurking. I'm going to do my typical post the link to the /subreddit, trying to play my part in making sure that I spread the word. Truly is a very not enlightening, what the fuck am I talking about? You know how, like, some people discover, like, religion and shit, and they're all like, oh, wow, this is, like, the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yeah, well, you know what, let me tell you, first, as somebody who's lived in the oasis of Diablo 2 botnet for years, and who finally switched over to Slash and actually, like, oh, man, it's glorious. I'm telling you guys, it is the bee's knees. There is nothing to really lose from trying it out, assuming that y'all have nothing to do over the weekend anyway. And I mean, the botnet reset's coming up in 2 weeks. This is a great time to practice for it if you really want to insist on going back to that shithole, because that's really what it is. All right, so 7:53 is coming up, and before I post that, I am going to just quickly post this. For those. Bam! There you go. Posted a link to the subreddit for /Diablo for those who are interested in checking out and who might want to take part, because it should be a lot of fun. It really should be. Maybe it won't be. Maybe some people will say, no, this is actually pretty shitty. That's fair enough, but I still have yet to meet somebody who's been disappointed with the / experience. See people who've gotten bored, of course, yeah, but that's kind of what, like, that does happen. After a while, of course. But no, seriously, like, I heard that Diablo 2 has or Botnet has their reset coming up. Honestly, try Slash first. I'm telling you, it's hilariously fun actually working for the items, or trying to earn the items that you work for. Sense of accomplishment, and pride, and blah blah blah. And then if you really want to play Botnet, then go ahead, go right back for it. But at least try Slash first. Give it a chance. Ha! Ripped off words from people who were talking about Diablo Immortal. Okay, Jaw, blue totemic mask, same thing IMO, yes. Yes, 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 a blue totemic mask and a fucking Jaw rune. Yep, same league of, or same category of items for sure. You know, at that point, just make every set of bolts show up as an orange box on your map pack. Yep, why not, right? Same thing, really. If you get bolts, you're super lucky. Or unlucky, I guess. You're anti-luck. Means that you deserve to get, or maybe not bolts. That's not a good example. But maybe like an L rune. Yeah, if you get like your hands on an L rune. Oh, yeah, piss poor luck right there. Honestly, I don't know if I'll make it to 900 runs. I think even 850 will be quite a struggle for me. Whew. What am I in for this evening? With any luck, maybe I'll just like cross the threshold of being tired and just lapse into like limbo or whatever. Like, you know, you guys ever had that feeling when you're like super tired and you know, your body's just nagging you for sleep, and eventually it just gives up and says, "Fuck it, yeah, you're not going to sleep. I guess I'm gonna work overtime." Yeah. Damaged sash equals orange box. Cracked sash equals purple box. Oh man, I still don't know the difference between a fucking damaged sash and a cracked sash, but. Yeah, that's... I'm telling you, man, you gotta do it. Do that to your own map hack, and that's a great way to kill the game for yourself, or at least kill any sense of achievement, because you'll actually have orange boxes and purple boxes dropping left, right, front, and center for you. Like, you really will. It won't feel good. It'll just be like, oh shit. Well, I mean, it's Nightmare Act 2. Like, I know that a purple box can't drop, so. It's another cracked sash. Okay, I don't even think cracked sashes can drop now that I think about it in Nightmare Act 2. Fine. Normal Act 2, or whatever. Bulkathos, I think this is? Yeah, why not? BK Tribal Guardian. Do I really want to chart this down as a drop? Nah, fuck it, I don't want to chart down garbage. They're different flavors of vendor trash. Yes, that's true. Yeah, one tastes like strawberry, one tastes like mint. I don't really think there's such a thing. It's like saying, like, you know, you get two piles of shit. There's still two piles of shit. Like, okay, yeah, they might, you know, look a bit different, but, you know, at the end of the day, they're still turds. They're still turds that just lie around, and you gotta flush them down the fucking drain, right? Nah, it's a soul rune, not a sur rune. Honestly, I'm happy, like, the fact that I've gone through almost 1,000 pit runs and I still haven't come across a single orange box or purple box is kind of like a... I can actually fucking tell people that, oh shit, pits is garbage for me at least. Which is ironic because I know I watched a video from, I think it was Toby. I don't know how the fuck to say the rest of his YouTube channel name. Yeah, he did a video. He did less than 1,000. He did like fucking 600 pit runs or some shit. Like less. I know he did less than I did for sure. And he still managed to get his hands on a Griffin's. I do fucking like. You know, I'm close to 1,000 pit runs now, or close to 800 pit runs now. That's the best find I've gotten. Pally Combat Skiller GC with 40 to life. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. I can live with that. But like, seriously, what the fuck? Where's the purple boxes? Where's the orange boxes? I was even getting purples and orange. I've gotten more purples and orange boxes on my Oridin than I have on this Pit Singer. Like, you think that by now, like, I'd have gotten my hands on, like, a Death's Fathom, even a fucking Arachnid Sash. Arachnid Sash, yeah, alright, I wouldn't complain all that much. Or like a D-Web, right? Or like a Tomb Reaver or some shit. Nope. No, siree. I haven't gotten shit. I legit have not gotten shit. I've charted down all of my drops. I will recite them to you. And you tell me that I'm just complaining for the sake of complaining. Like, yeah, sometimes I do that. I know I do, but fucking hell, these items are complete dog shit. You're actually dog shit right now, except for maybe this Grand Charm. Come on. Okay. Come on, Grand Charm. Give me something good. Oh, fucking garbage. Alright, 756 coming up. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Crack Sash can't drop in hell. It's clearly rarer than John. I didn't say that it can't drop. Actually, I don't know if it can drop or not. All I know is I've never seen it drop in hell mode. I've never seen a monster in hell mode drop a Crack Sash. But then again, like this kind of speaks to how in the higher levels of the game, it's really hard to get low-level items, which is why people who are finishing their Holy Grails actually go back to like normal difficulty just to get their items, because, you know, that's why like Ev Lanimo is actually a meme. I think the joke was that if somebody manages to get their hands on, well, it's not even a joke, but if somebody manages to get their hands on an ethereal Lanimo in / Diablo, Strong Like Ox, I think it was offering at least 1 ohm for it on the season that it's obtained. Although, frankly, I'm pretty sure that an Ev Lanimo is something. Sorry, not an Ev Lanimo. An Ev Lanimo that comes from Hellbale, so it has to be a level 99 Lanimo, and it has to come from Hellbale, or level 99 Lanimo, and it has to be Ev. So yeah, good luck with that. Good fucking luck. I can't imagine the odds of getting something like that. It's already going to be ridiculously low as it is because it's coming from Bale. Then you gotta, on top of that, say, oh, yeah, well, this is also going to be Ev. Like, huh. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Like, that's going to happen. Okay, that's hilarious. No, I'm dead serious. Like, Lanimo is, like, it's actually a thing. An Ev level 99, or item level 99 Lanimo. People are actually looking for that on Slash. It's a collector's item. Everyone's all like, shit, dude, if you can successfully get that, like, wow, that's props. Like, you've actually won the game. Like, fuck what people say with, oh yeah, you can't win Diablo 2. There's no end to it. No, fuck. If you get like an Ev I level 99, oh, IK gloves, but I don't need that. If you get your hands on an ethereal item level 99 Lanimo, oh fuck, you should be swimming in dough for that one. Like, people should be offering up, like, emptying out entire accounts of forum gold. Hundreds of thousands of forum gold should go to you, because fucking hell, compared to that Lanimo, your forum gold is completely worthless. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, enough circle jerking around the Lanimo. You get the point. Alright, I'll sound like a broken track record, but just as another reminder, I see more people dropping by. Remember, or keep in mind, if you haven't checked out /Diablo, it's definitely worth checking out. /Diablo is a pretty awesome private server that runs the vanilla version of the game, and they are having a reset tomorrow. Not Saturday, not Sunday, not yesterday. No, tomorrow. So feel free to join in and at least check it out. There's going to be plenty of people who are going to be taking part in the reset. They've got a lot of people have formed teams. A lot of people are not going to be a part of a team, and they're just going to play pub games. Pick your poison and get the ball rolling, because it's going to be a lot of fun, or at least I'm going to say it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm biased, but yeah, definitely y'all should check it out. Pretty awesome. Is this where I should include the link? Probably should. Alright, I'll do that right after I'm done this one. Let's see, the gut drinker is... okay, so not extra strong. Alright, here we go. Okay, and someone's stone skin, but she's dead now. Oh, right, they purged off the XP shrine that I started off with. Alright. Just gonna post this up for those people who want to go check it out. /Diablo. It's a lot of fun. Bot free, dupe free private server. It's got the vanilla D2 experience without the bots and without the bullshit, for the most part. Experiences may vary. And of course, as always, just let me know if you guys have other stuff you want to ask about. I'm just chilling here, and I'm just talking smack as always. Um, I usually answer prompts as they come along. Although granted, a lot of people don't really have much stuff to ask. So, I don't know, maybe some of you might be interested in the build that I'm using, the Pit Singer. It's not a Pit Zerker, but it's still a lot of fun. A lot safer too. An amateur like me can keep one eye on chat and can keep one eye on the gameplay. I hardly think that'll be the case next season. Next season is going to be interesting, to say the least. I already have plans for that. Speaking of which, yeah, and this is, I'm speaking to Ruler of on this one. I mean, just what build I'm going to be coming up with, or what build I'm going to be playing, or what my main character is going to be one thing, but I definitely have other goals that I've set out for this season as well. Last season, my big goal was, hey, let's go and farm it was 36 hate keys, 36 T keys, and 36 D keys. I succeeded in that goal, and I had a lot of fun with it. This season, I have some other goals. This season, I kind of want to dedicate a lot of my time to helping out testicles. Quizzical. Alright, there we go. Hey, Marlies, there you are. Good to see you. How's that lack of sleep holding up for you? But anyway, like I was saying, hey, Hawkhelm. And it's garbage. So, I mean, I was just trying to say, like, I definitely want to dedicate a lot of, this season my main goal won't be to, like, get rich. I just don't see myself getting, like, really rich really quick with the build that I'm planning to be using for this reset. So I want to invest a lot of my efforts into getting, trying to, I guess, I don't want to say grow the community. That sounds too altruistic. I want to spend a little bit more time trying to find ways to help the community. Or make their lives easier. In particular, I think one of my big goals is that I want to get the Chantress up and running by the end of day 1. Although, I'm debating whether or not I want to make it the pub Chantress, or I want to make my own private Chantress that's high level. Because if I make a fucking pub Chantress and somebody deletes that shit, then it'll actually be a bunch of hours down the drain. Don't get me started. Wife and kids are leaving in 1 hour for the next 4 days. I'm so hyped for reset. Yo, same here, dude. This week has been a slog. Let me fucking tell you. It's gone by pretty quickly, but the only thing that goes through my mind, every single thing that I do, it's clouded with, oh man, I can't wait for this fucking reset. I have my build ready. I have plans ready. Man, and I also recently discovered the joys of Poison Creeper. Poison Creeper is pretty cool. So that's another thing that I was thinking about, like, oh man, I can't wait to show off, like, Poison Creeper in action. Or, man, I wonder how many runs it's gonna take to get that talent, that Ethrin, you know, like, just question after question, like, the only, like, right now, my body is my brain is comprised of two things. Yeah, emptiness and Diablo 2, that's basically it. So, I don't know, for me, I don't have, like, man, wife and kids, that trumps, my, you know, my dedication. Or maybe not dedication, not the right word for it, but, like, honestly, if my wife and kids were leaving, and I had reset coming up, dude, I'd be super fucking stoked. But, like, for me, I'll have to settle for, yeah, it's coming up, I had a lot of work to do, and I've gotten it all done, so thank fuck for that. What character I decided to go with? I thought I already told you. But I'm going to make you proud, good sir. I'm going to make you proud and become the next Raven Lord. Ha 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 ha. Yes, indeed. I will be playing as none other than a druid. Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to have, like, dubstep music in the background. I'm supposed to have, like, the bass drop and shit. But, like, yeah. 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 Yes, indeed. Nice indeed. It is going to be quite a ride, let me tell you. I'm gonna The Ravenlord legacy will go on. I'm telling you, I actually legit need a Ravenlord this season. Like, I'm not memeing when I say I need a Ravenlord. Okay, well, a Ravenlore, but although I guess we're now endearing the term as Ravenlord. No, seriously, I want to get my hands on a Ravenlore. I am prepared to sell my entire fucking bank account and its completely empty contents for for that Ravenlore. Hey, a Gull Rune! Wow! The closest thing I've had to a purple box in over 750 runs of pits. Wow! Wow, where were you when I started these runs? Okay, hold on, I gotta chart that down. Yeah, that's actually an exciting drop. Run number 760, Gull Rune. And yeah, let's just, there you go. Awesome, and then I think the next time I have to post something, it'll be on the bottom row. Okay, fantastic. I think I'm just about done here. So yes, indeed, I am looking forward to going and getting that Raven Lord. So, out of curiosity, this was something that I was meaning to ask you for a while now, Marlies. Are you going, no, wait, sorry. Last season, you needed a Raven lore, which implies that you were making an elemental druid, and I'm gonna assume that you started off with a fire druid and then you switched over to a wind druid. Am I correct? If that's the case, then either that or you just straight up went for tornado and you want a Raven Lord because it gave +3 elemental skills, but yeah, I'm curious to see if you started off with a fire druid and then realized that, oh man, this is complete dog shit, or like what happened there. I mean, you definitely dropped the ball on the Raven Lord. Like, what happened there, man? Like, come on. You disappoint the druid legacy. Fire Druid until Nightmare. But Windy is so fun. Yeah, but, I mean, I meant for, like, post... You were there with us for... No, but you were looking for a Raven lore after Nightmare, like, after our team finished the reset and everything, right? Like, you were already MFing at that point, and then you were looking for a Raven lore. That's what it sounded like, at least. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, Windy is a lot of fun, though. However, I do want to put my own spin on the build. I guess I mean, I could go Cloak and Dagger, keep it secret, but honestly, yeah, fuck it. I don't want to just keep everything in suspense. So, last time it was well warranted, but this time, whatever. So, the very interesting thing about the Windy Druid is that everything just gets reduced down to a Windy Druid, or all of the, okay, no, let me rephrase. In my opinion, I think that there should be, everyone just refers to the, a character that maxes out Tornado, Twister, Hurricane, and Cyclone armor as a Wind Druid, but I actually want to try making a Cold Druid. Now, here's the thing. I've always considered this distinction, or I recently have tried to, like, come up with this distinction, and I've come to realize that no one else really cares for it but me. The difference isn't in the skill points, but in the gear. I mean, most Wind Druids focus on boosting the damage of their tornadoes to be as high as possible. I am curious to see what would happen if you were to try and boost the damage of your Hurricane as high as possible, right? So, yeah, tornadoes are cool and all. They do, like, a shit ton of damage. They do, like, 6k physical, and then people get, like, Reaper's Toll and shit. But, I don't know. I want to mess around with Hurricane. And to this end, that's why I need a Doom. So I'm really looking forward to trying this build. And, one other thing. This upcoming season, I'm going to be doing 1,000 AT runs. So 1,000 runs of Ancient Tunnels. That's going to be the next place that I do. And here's the catch, okay? You guys are so not ready for this. You guys are so not ready for this. Should I leave you guys in suspense? Nah, fuck it. I am going to be doing these runs with 0 MF. I want to do 1000 AT runs with 0 MF, and I want to see how that goes. So that's going to be pretty crazy. Now that doesn't sound that bad at first, like, okay, cool, 0 MF, like whatever. It turns out that if indeed I am actually going to be doing 1000 AT runs with 0 MF, then I actually cannot use an Enigma. Because Enigma inherently comes with MF, which is rather unfortunate. So, I'm going to have to come up with ways around that. And as it turns out, that is the thing that I will leave you guys in suspense about. We'll see about more runes. This is going to be full clear AT. These pit runs, I've been clearing mostly the champ packs, quote unquote. But yeah, right, like, so mostly champ packs, but they definitely, I leave the vast majority of the monsters still intact. I want to do the 1000 runs of AT, 0 MF, and I want to kind of compare them to how my results in Chaos Sanctuary. Will I find as many runes? Will I find like half as many runes? A quarter? A third? A sixth? 0 runes at all? I don't know. I'm really looking forward to that. It should be the same number of runes, though. It shouldn't make much of a difference, because, like, when a monster dies, right, like, the game will first determine what class of items that it'll drop from. So, yeah, it's not like having, like, a trillion% MF will make it so that your odds of getting an rune, let's say, is going to be any less. It just means that you'll see a shitload more unique items compared to, like, magic items compared to, like, white items. So I'm expecting, like, more white items. Cryptic axes? I'd be happy with any 5-socket cryptic axe on reset day, to be honest. That'd be pretty fucking solid. It sounds nice. You always make weird builds. Yeah, no, exactly. That's one of the things I really enjoy doing. No, honestly, I can't help but go and try to do something, you know, fun and unusual. Because, yeah, like, it's not just for the sake of me streaming, but or even the community, but even for myself, right? Like, I hate just following the same builds as everyone else. Like, yeah, there's a reason why they do it, right? Like, I'm not going to contest it. Oh, man, the slash Fishymancer is just super strong. Like, alright, fine. But I don't know, I like playing around with other possible builds too. Just because one build is like seen as the go-to doesn't mean that we should all necessarily like try and go for that same build. That's why, like, I think Asics, I think it was Asics, he was saying like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to play as an assassin, an Amazon, or a Sork, because I kind of want to start with like an Amazon or a Sork and then build up the character that I really want, which is an assassin. I'm like, fuck it, dude, just start with assassin, because, like, you know, it'll be a lot more fun like that. You get to try something different than just like, oh, I'm going to farm with a side character and then I'm going to switch over. Like, okay, no, that's a legitimate strategy, but for me, like, I think it's a lot more fun if you just start with a character and you grow it from scratch, ground up. That's my take on it, at least. But I guess that doesn't apply in this case. Anyway, at this point, I'm kind of half rambling. Basically, all I'm trying to say is, I do enjoy messing around with weird builds. It's fun for me, and it's definitely fun for the people watching. Especially considering, like, I don't think, like, I could be completely wrong about this, but it's very rare that I see other streamers going around being like, oh, I'm going to play a fire druid or a pit singer. You're like, yeah, I see pit zerker. Pit zerker, if people play pit zerker, they have my respect, okay? Like, it's only, like, nowadays, yeah, it's been discovered to be closer to, like, the meta. But even then, it's still not, like, it's not the cookie-cutter sorceress. Like, seriously, you can pull up just about any, you know what, here, I'm genuinely curious myself how many other people are playing sorceress right now if I pull up Twitch. Here, one sec. Not trying to shit on other people, I'm just saying, like, it's nice to, you know, play out like a pit singer and just go around singing things to death. Definitely a lot of memes to be had there. Okay, so I am curious. Huh, how many other people are playing Sorks? Okay, well, speedrun doesn't count. Paladin. Meeting XL doesn't count. Pod doesn't count. Ah, there you go. US West Ladder, MF Sork, Diablo 2 Sorceress, first LOD character. That's an assassin. Oh shit, respect. Hey, there's another Sork. And Pluggy, I assume that's a Sork? But yeah, no, hey, I'm not trying to just, you know what, fuck it, I'm giving myself self-praise, fuck it. I ain't gonna be, McHumble today. No, no. I'm playing weird meme builds and I'm owning up to it. These meme builds are fucking amazing. At least they're a lot of fun, and I think you guys have also had at least a bit of fun watching, or a lot of fun. It's been interesting to watch. As we've gotten better at playing it. Yeah, I definitely think I do have to admit that there has been a decent bit of growth. I was gonna argue and say that it's not just about like my growth as a player in this build, but it's also about like the growth in my equipment. But definitely I've learned a lot of strategies along the way, for sure. What to do, what not to do. Realizing that, no, seriously, that's it. Like trying to figure out that, oh well, gotta have, I don't know. Probably for me, just figuring out where to position myself is, I've gotten a lot better at it, and being a lot faster with, you know, if I get like mana burn, I just switch over and then I leap. I'm a lot quicker at that now too. So definitely made improvement in some areas. Not like, I would say that I haven't become like, you know, I haven't become like a professional at playing this build or anything like that, but yeah, I've certainly learned a lot playing it for sure. So I do definitely agree on that front. Singing things to death. Yeah, the use of the fear howl to clear things out so you can hork in pieces is nice touch. Yeah, but granted, I haven't been doing that as much as I should here. I'm gonna do it now, but yeah, I haven't really been doing that much, or as much as I should have. So I definitely think that there is still some room for improvement. And honestly, a lot of this, you know, room for improvement comes not so much from like, it's more me being lazy than like any mechanical like skill building that I need. It's you know, I have to switch and press like an extra button, F2, and then I just right click. Like it's not like trying to learn how to like last hit in like Dota or anything. It's a lot simpler than that. I just need to learn to really integrate it into my gameplay so that it becomes natural. But yeah, I'm glad though. I really do appreciate the support, knowing that the build has been interesting to watch and that, you know, there's been some improvement. I definitely think that that's one key point that makes me say like, not only was this build successful, but it makes me enjoy playing it, and also encourages me to try and be creative and try different things, to try and take creative leaps, build-wise, and you know, not be afraid to like come up with something super stupid, right? Like, granted, I haven't done anything like super radical yet, I'd say. Like, I know Eximus. I'm sure you guys have heard of him at least. Ooh, hold on, Chaos Armor. And I'm not going to chart that down, but that's not worthwhile as a drop, I'd say. Anyway, yeah, Eximus, I think he... Ooh, Trang. Fuck it. One of the builds that he did was like it was like a Fist of Heavens plus... He called it the Secret Paladin build, I think. It was like... Fist of Heavens with like some kind of bow with some other shit. I can't remember anymore to be... Hey, a Cold Skiller GC. Okay, 765. That goes on the bottom. 1 sec. Cold Skiller GC. Run Cold Skiller on run number 765. Alright, awesome. But yeah, no, I haven't done anything quite that radical, but yeah, definitely unusual builds. It's been a lot of fun making them. It's been a lot of fun showing them off too. It means a lot to me when people, you know, come and support and check it out and even meme about it. It's great. It really is encouraging. When I see it, what was it? When I did the 36, like the for trade 36 T key, 36 D key, 36 8 key post, and then like I think one of the comments was funny enough from Ruler of and another one from LeBron. I believe it was. I honestly, I almost died laughing. Like, like the first time I saw, I was like, oh shit, I was caught completely unaware. Like, damn, you guys. Whew. And then, of course, the corresponding number of thumbs ups is kind of like a nod that, yeah, acknowledgement that this is a pretty fucking sick build. And then LeBron, like, I think it was LeBron like James, was it? And his comment, hork, 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 hork. Anyway, whatever. I'm sounding crazy now, but it's been a fun ride. It's been a fun ride, and this has been a fun build to play for sure. Pit Singer. I hope that next season, when I get that druid up and running, that you guys will be able to. I don't think it'll be as crazy, or the build itself will be as crazy, but I have a lot of plans in store. I've already written down my plans. I have 4 stages. I've written down a very elaborate plan with about 4 different stages in what I plan to do for next season. It's not just going to be limited to what build I'm going with that druid, but I have plans on how I intend to try and engage the community, or at least try and help out newcomers. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, especially the helping out newcomers. I've come up with an ingenious strategy that I'm going to put into action. I'm going to cross my fingers that it works. It will help hopefully fix the ongoing problem of, well, maybe not the ongoing problem, but I definitely know that there are. Anyway, I don't want to give too much away. That's where I'm going to cut myself off. Just remembering there, gonna howl away the monsters. Alright. And I'll howl everything away. Alright. I think there's one last champ monster, so let's just go deal with that. Alright, dead. Hork it. Hey, GC. Alright, let's see what I horked. 3 to dexterity. Okay, run number 767. I'm going to keep on going. And as always, you guys let me know if you have anything else you want to ask or talk about. Because, yeah, no, I definitely enjoy just being able to have a nice, chill, late night back and forth with you guys. Well, at least for me, it's late night. For Marlies, I think it's a lot later. Or a lot earlier. Probably earlier, I'd say. Yeah, I think it's early where you're at. Anyway, yeah. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Nice! That's the first good drop in a while. Or first solid drop. Unique Thresher. That would be a Reaper's Toll, and that is definitely worth reporting and keeping. Not the best roll, of course, but it is still, or Reaper's Toll is still a Reaper's Toll. So I will actually chart that down as a drop. And where should I put that? There it is. Reaper's Toll. Run number 770. I honestly can't wait until tomorrow when I can actually commentate freely. Or when I'm going to commentate freely. That's exciting. Exciting stuff. Alright. Pop over the chest. And next run. Oh, hey, sorry, Maverick, are you still there? I didn't actually see you drop any message here. Pretty cool would be nice reset drop. Reset drop. Oh, you mean if, yeah, honestly, if that Reaper's Toll had shown up as like a drop on day 1, even day 2 or day 3 of the ladder reset, oh Nelly, that would be insane. That would be insane, but unfortunately, nope, no such luck on that one. That's okay though, not complaining. Reaper's Toll is still Reaper's Toll.
welcomes you.
I see a number of people have shown up, so welcome, newcomers. So let's see, what can I say? So first of all, there is a reset for the private server that I'm playing on right now, /Diablo. Those that might be interested in checking it out, feel free to go take a look at the link that I just dropped in. There's a guide to set it up and everything. The reset begins, it would be about 11 hours from now. No, 16 hours from now? Oh man, I can't do the math. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. What I'm doing right now, I'm just doing some pit runs. My goal was to do 1,000 pit runs by the end of the season. I'm at 781. I definitely won't be able to make it, but I'm hoping that I can at least make it to 900 by the end of this evening. So, that's been... Hey, Zach Toretta, is that how you say your name? I think I'll just call you Zach. And thank you for posting something that I can reply to, because it's getting kind of... not having anything to really talk about is getting a little bit boring, so... kind of a noob to D2. Can't decide between Pally, Assassin, Sword for LOD. Which do you think is the most fun? Okay, so now this is a really good question. First of all, welcome to Diablo 2. Say goodbye to your life. So regarding which one's the most fun, it really depends on who you are. Some players will find certain characters more fun than others. I know this doesn't really help, but I'm just being honest that no, there isn't really much of a... I'd say that between these three, they each have their own, like, nuances. They are each fun in their own way, I would say. So... Honestly, you said yourself that you're a noob to D2. If I had to, like, recommend one to you, I would say that you'd probably have the most fun... Like, I don't know you as a player, right? But honestly, if I were to go on a limb, I'd say that you really can't go wrong with Sork. Sork playstyle is really straightforward, and they are the only class that has teleport built into their kit. You know, teleport is a really, really crazy ability. It, well, allows you to, as the name implies, teleport. Paladins and Assassins have abilities that give them a fair bit of mobility as well, but nothing as crazy as teleport. It's just a really nice quality of life spell that just is pretty awesome. So honestly, I would like naively say that you'd have the most fun with Sorceress. It is a pretty squishy, like it's probably the squishiest class though. It's I don't want to say it's kind of like a glass cannon, but it is honestly more fragile than an Assassin or a Paladin. It doesn't have nearly as many survivability tools, but it's got teleport, and it's got a shit ton of damage, and it's got access to three different elements that you can, like you have 3 different elements at your disposal. My goal is to eventually be able to clear hell, but all through single player and self-found, and what a very good goal indeed that is. Honestly, if that is your goal, then you can certainly do it with all 3 of those classes. This is what I'm going to say, alright? Like, as a Paladin, you're going to be slower than a Sorceress, and like you don't have teleport, but you have a lot more survivability because you have Holy Shield. And if you go hammers, like if you build a Hammerdin, then you'll do insane damage. Like nothing can really compete with a Hammerdin in terms of raw damage, especially untwinked. Paladins tend to be strong in the early mid game without following guides or having a ton of gear. Yes, definitely, as Ruler have said. But I'm going to also add that, like, just in terms of, like, raw damage, especially starting out, like, I don't know, one of the common components... Ooh, Bartux. Sorry, one sec. I just got a pretty nice item here, so I'm going to chart that down as a problem. Bartux on run 782. So, oh, hold on a second. No, I'm not dying. Okay. Bartux. Sorry about that. Alright, so I'm set. So regarding, okay, so going back to what you were asking about, like, this is why it really how fun a class is really depends on a number of different factors. Like, what do you prioritize, right? Like, what do you really prioritize? As a Sorceress, you kind of have, like, a glass cannonish playstyle with, like, teleport backing you up, so that's pretty good. As like a Paladin, you can go with the Blessed Hammer build, and Blessed Hammer, like, especially without items, or like you said yourself, self-found, right? Especially self-found, Hammerdins have some of like the craziest damage early on. If you're trying to go through the game in a single playthrough, or in like a single player playthrough all the way to hell, right? But Trapsins are probably, I would argue, the safest of the 3. They can just put down traps, and the traps do damage for you. The drawback is you can't really they'll always fire at the monster that's closest to them, so you can't really control what they target, but they're very safe. So I'd say that, like, once again, I can't just be like, oh, this is going to be the most fun class. It really depends on what kind of play style you're looking for. And even within these classes, right, like, these classes have sub-builds, right? Like, as an assassin, I'm assuming you're going to go trap assassin, but you could just as easily say, oh, you maybe want to play as a martial arts assassin, which I really don't recommend, but let's say you do. Then that's also a different possibility that, okay, yeah, maybe you'll really enjoy a martial arts assassin. I don't know. But yeah, no, am I making sense? Does that sort of answer your question, Zach? Because Hammer didn't sound OP. Well, okay, so if you really enjoy the overpowered, then yeah, Hammerdins are pretty solid, I would say, on that front. The only thing they lack, yeah, the only thing that they're really lacking, I would say, is, once again, they don't have the same level of mobility as sorceresses, and they're, like, they are pretty powerful, and they have some survivability from Holy Shield, but they're up pretty close and personal if you're going Hammerdin. Like, you actually have to be next to monsters casting hammers, whereas with a sorceress, or even as an assassin, you just, like, you have a lot of range, right? You can put down traps, like, well, let's say, if you've used an assassin, you know what I'm talking about. I have a video on my channel that shows, like, kind of like an assassin, endgame assassin. Well, not really endgame, but how an assassin, in theory, might be played out, right? So, like, for example, let's say this... Okay, no, that's not a good example. Let's say I want to fire around this corner. Well, an assassin, you can just put down, like, 3 traps here, and then their lightning traps would actually just be able to shoot around the corner. It doesn't really get much safer than that. But as a paladin, you get Holy Shield, you get access to hammers. The reason why hammers are so strong, it's not just because they do, like, an absurd amount of damage, it's also because they also do magic damage. And there's very few monsters in the game that are resistant to magic damage, and there's even fewer monsters that are actually immune to magic damage, right? Whereas, like, if you're playing a trap sin, if you're playing as a sorceress, you're gonna have to deal with immunities. In Hell mode, every monster, or almost every monster, has at least one immunity. The Fallen here, or the Devilkins here, as you can see, they're immune to fire. There's some monsters also, like these archers, if I could just mouse over them. Dark archers are immune to lightning. Hammerdins do magic damage. It's actually like a damage type, and that's not something that, you know, in this area, for example, you'll never have to deal with a magic immune monster. Throughout the game, you'll very rarely have to deal with magic immune monsters. So yeah, in terms of raw damage, Hammerdin is really strong. Assassin's really safe, and playing like around these traps is a lot of fun. And they've also got really cool abilities like Burst of Speed, Cloak of Shadows, Shadow Warrior. Honestly, they're all really fun. They're all really fun, but if you're really trying to go for the most overpowered and most, well, and I would argue most noob friendly, I would probably say Hammerdin is the way to go then. We're worried spamming hammers might get boring. Yeah, well, to be fair, all of the other classes are also about spamming something. For Assassin, you're spamming traps. For Sorceress, you're spamming, say, fireballs or blizzard. I see what you mean, though. Hammerdins are especially boring because there's, like, nothing flashy about them. They don't even have a cool sound effect, etc., etc., but yeah, no, that's definitely up for you to decide. I'm just pointing out different things here and there. It's up to you to make the ultimate decision, obviously. Trapsin seems pretty fun, to be honest, and Sword Teleport sounds sick. Yeah, no, they are all very viable options. Trapsin, honestly, is a fair bit of fun. If I had to really rank them, though, personally, I would say that I would consider the Hammerdin to be the least fun. It's pretty broken and busted, and honestly, if it's your first playthrough through the game and you want to kind of like set it to easy mode, probably I'd say Hammerdin is your best bet for that. Because yeah, once again, nothing trumps the damage of a Hammerdin, and they have a good amount of survivability as long as you know what you're doing and you keep keep your distance. I even have a guide on my channel. It's like, it's 30 minutes long, and it has more to do with like endgame paladins, but the same principles still apply. AKA, you should walk instead of run if you're about to start fighting mobs, because then your chance to block doesn't like go down and shit. Anyway, but I digress. So honestly, like Trapsins are I would rank them second, and honestly, Sorceress Teleport is like, yeah, Teleport honestly is just busted. It actually is like, yeah, I don't want to go on a long rant about Teleport, but it is, whew. They also have like, Sorks honestly, they're very squishy, but they have a lot of damage and they have Teleport. So a lot of damage, a lot of mobility. There's a number of ways you can build them. You can go Cold Sork, you can go Light Sork, you go Fire Sork. I really don't recommend Fire Sork because of the number of immunities. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of options there that you can play around with. So yeah, yeah, well, I'm gonna let you decide, but that's things to consider. So if I'm solo self-found, I feel like being able to spam teleport and do farm runs will be nice for getting sick gear, and that is, I don't want to say the correct mentality, but it's quite the common mentality. Like there's a lot of people right now. If they do start doing the Holy Grail, do you know what the Holy Grail is? Holy Grail is basically a challenge where somebody is looking for every item in the game. Then they'll usually, what they'll do is like, they'll want to make multiple characters, but the first character they start off with is invariably, or maybe not invariably, there's, I'm sure some people who haven't started with a sorceress, but I'd say like, at least 70 to 80% of the time it's going to be a sorceress, and for good reason. They have teleport, and that's not something that other classes have. It saves you a lot of time, and it allows you to find your gear a lot more quickly. But if your goal is to just plow through the game, then that's something which a Hammerden would be able to do the easiest. I'm not going to guarantee that it'll be the most fun, though. Yeah, yeah, part of the issue, like, I could give testimonials, but I don't want to, like, sway your opinion. Having said that, I will give a testimonial regardless. I know there was one person who said that, like, endgame Hammerden, this is, like, endgame, but I'm just going to bring it up. Endgame Hammerden is, like, endgame Hammerden is super boring to play because you don't, there's literally no risk of dying as long as you know what you're doing. So, anyway, that's, I guess that doesn't apply here, but I just thought that might be worth bringing up. Anyway, yeah, I think teleport, the thing with teleport though is if you start off with a sorceress and you start off with teleport and not knowing, knowing like the game without the use of teleport, then it kinda, to be honest, might ruin the experience. Just as an FYI, something to keep in mind, something to consider. Anyway, hey, Rinks. Yes, I remember, it's Rinks, not Rinix. Aha, it's been months, but it occurred to me. I sat for like a brief moment, I looked at your name and I remember. It's Rinks. Yes, indeed, I did get my hands on Arcane's Valor, but that's definitely not my favorite find of the day. Probably my favorite find of the day so far has been the Reaper's Toll, non-Ev, granted, but I'm still quite happy with it. So Reaper's Toll is my favorite drop so far, and that is also followed by a Gull rune, which I think is the highest rune that I have found in all 786 of the runs that I've done so far. To date, I have not found any rune higher than this Gull. In fact, I think this is the only Gull I've found, so this is the highest rune by itself that I've gotten in the last almost 800 runs. And to date, I still have no purple boxes. I have not found a single rune which is a Vex or above in the 786 runs that I have done up until now. So, how are you doing, by the way, Rinks? I didn't worry too much with the math behind that, but I had to do my usual rant, because this is some horseshit. Seriously, where the hell are the Vexes? Where the hell is any purple box for that matter? I farmed pits like over 700 times, almost 800 now. Still I get jack shit. For all the help. I think I'm gonna try Sork. Okay. Well, you have fun with that. Just be careful with Sork though, because seriously, if you start off with Sork, like I know I had just said this, I'm gonna say it again because seriously, I cannot stress this enough. If you do start with a Sork, and then you try to switch to a different class which does not have teleport, well, that might be painful. I don't want to say that it might like ruin the game necessarily, but it's definitely you'll definitely feel the difference having teleport versus not having teleport. That is easily like the one skill which is non-transfer. Like yeah, you know, damage abilities are damage abilities. You spam hammers or you spam traps or you spam say fireball. Like they're still all damage abilities, but teleport. Oh man. But yeah, dude, are you planning to stick around, Zach, or are you heading off? It was nice meeting you. I hope that my insights will have been of some value to you or some use. And I wish you the best as you journey or venture through Sanctuary. As cheesy as that sounds. I'm good. I've been following by watching the YouTube videos. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even realize. Yeah, I admire the dedication. I didn't expect people to actually tune into the VODs. Granted, I get like some likes on them, which is always a surprise, but yeah, these VODs are pretty long. Anyway, but there's not really much that you're missing out on. I guess you skim through them, because I even have the run number at the bottom, or in brackets next to the name of the item that I got. Ooh! Ooh, now that is a nice small charm. 20 lifer, 9 fire res. Thanks, man. Gotta head off. Okay, sounds good. I will be back tomorrow, just so you know, Zach. So if you want to drop by again, please feel free to tomorrow. I will be here for questions. I will try my best to answer, but I'm going to be taking part in something called a ladder reset. So I'm going to be communicating with my team, and that's going to be a lot of fun. 9FRSC, and that was run number 787. Very nice small charm indeed. Good night, D2. Good luck with these runs. See you tomorrow. Yes, Ruler, I appreciate your company as always. Thank you for dropping by, and definitely I will be seeing you tomorrow. Well, I guess today, but anyway. 1 off perfect, or is it 11? 11 is perfect. So 20 and 11 would have been perfect. But honestly, this is a pretty solid find. I would not be complaining about it at all, or I'm not complaining about it at all. This is pretty cool. I don't need it at this point because like it's the end of the season, but it's just nice collecting these items. Okay, Zandane, good to see you as well. How long until the reset? The reset, let me just run the math behind that. The reset is in about 16 hours, so it's it's 7 p.m. Eastern time? Yeah, so it's 7 p.m. Eastern, meaning that yes, it's in roughly like 15 and a half hours. Yeah, there you go. So it's good shit. I'm amped for it. I have another crazy build that I am ready to, well, not really crazy, like this Pit Singer, I was so stoked to like keep everything secret, and I don't think I told a single person on stream about like what build I was what I was making. I really kept it under wraps. I was really hoping to surprise you guys, and I think I delivered, or at least this Pit Singer Conan really did deliver on my promise that, oh man, you guys are going to enjoy watching this build in action. And yeah, I mean, I definitely had a lot of fun this season. But this upcoming season, I have more plans. Starting with another unique build, not as unique as the Pit Singer, well, not as meme status as this Druid, but one that I think not a lot of people play and should be a lot of fun to watch, because you probably won't be seeing this build that I've come up with anywhere else. It's like I'm not the first person to come up with this build, but it's going to be one which is not very popular. So. Well, not quite. Not quite Australia, no. But, yeah, how have you been, Zandane? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you, Zandane, and also Rinks as well. So hopefully you guys have been well. It's been a really busy, like, It's been a really busy last couple of months for me. Even now, I'm still busy as all hell, but hey, it's the ladder reset, and, well, I don't miss out on ladder resets, or for Slash, so gotta live up to my, gotta live up to the, you know, when there's a reset, you see me diving something right into it. Yeah, there you go. There's a rhyme. A hint for the build that I'm going to be playing as. I mean, I could just, I guess, tell you. I'm playing PoE in life itself. Yeah, life itself. Yeah, no, I hear ya. I mean, honestly, I've wanted to, like, do, like, a stream of Slash every now and then, but it's usually, like, I'm preoccupied with so many other things right now. I've been swamped with, like, oh, a lot of stuff, let's just say. I don't want to go over everything, but it's been a struggle. But I'm here now. That's what matters. At least I'm here right now, and I'm going to be here over the entire weekend. I'll probably even be here on Monday, albeit not for as long as the weekend days. I have a lot of stuff planned, a lot of really cool goals that I have in store. One of my motivators, or one of the things that's going to motivate me this season is that I want to actually, I want to try and play a bigger role in trying to help out lobies or people who are just trying to adjust into Slash Diablo. Like, I see a lot of newcomers, they hop onto Slash, they're all like, oh yeah, I need help, and then sometimes, well, a lot of the time people will help, but sometimes also it's like they're kind of on their own, especially when it comes to, let's say, like day 2, day 3, if they're trying to make like a new character, they're trying to level that up. They need a Chantress for it, but they can't get their hands on a Chantress until I make the Chantress. This season, I think one of the big goals I'm going to do is I want to get the Chantress up and running on day 1. Either day 1 or day 2. Probably not day 1, to be honest, now that I think about it. I was going to do day 1, but I actually think that it would be more fun if people go and form reset teams and actually play through the game and have fun like that. That's more the essence of the game. Only after, you know, that starts to die down will I guess, try and push for trying to make that Chantress. So, yes, actually, I do very much intend to, this season, I will need to, I'm probably going to set up the gold shop, yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm bringing it back, the old school D2D2's 500k gold shop. And the reason for this is because, as it turns out, I am going to be doing 1,000 runs of Ancient Tunnels with 0 MF. And as it turns out, Enigma has MF on it, so I can't actually use Enigma in these 1,000 runs, meaning that I need to find an alternative. Any guesses as to what that alternative will be? I think it's pretty obvious, but just a little pop quiz for you. Hint on class. Okay, so what kind of hint can I give? It's a class that I haven't yet played. That's kind of the whole motivation behind why I'll play. Like, I'll tell you guys at some point today if you really want to know. But if I play this less guessing game, then I'll just end up telling you. But I'm not gonna keep it like under wraps like I did with this Singer Barbarian build. Because this one's so hype. The one I'm coming up with is pretty hype for me, but it's probably gonna be mid for you guys. So, having said that though, it is a build that I haven't yet played, like, in terms of, like, I haven't started off a reset with this build yet. I've started so far with most of these other character classes. I'm not going to list them all, but it's going to be one of the ones that I haven't yet played. Nor is it going to be a sorceress. I'm going to emphasize that. I don't think that I've started off a reset here on Slash yet with a sorceress, but bloody hell if I'm going to start off as a sorc, so... I don't know all the classes you've played. Alright, well fine. What kind of hint am I supposed to give, really? Any hint that I give would be like, okay, fine, here. They have access to... They have access to fire skills. Yeah, they have access to fire skills. That is one of the hints that I will give. Ooh, a Zon. Oh, that sounds fantastic. Hey, Bartix again. Oh, that's pretty interesting. 2 Bartix almost back to back. In fact, I'll shelve this one in the stash right away. Run number 7. Oh man, these runs go so much faster when I have people to talk to, let me tell you. Alright, so 791. We'll narrow it down to Sins on Pally Druid. Yes. Yes, that is correct. What class am I? No, actually, no, that's not true. Technically, you guys are missing a class in that list. But, yeah, I don't actually know what other hints I could give that would not give the class away. And the other thing too is, okay, let's say you guys, honestly, it's not so much a question of what class I'm playing, it's more a question of like what build I'm going to be going. So, yeah, I noticed Sork, but I mean that you missed out on. I mean, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. The thing is, like, that list that you provided misses out on a Necro, because the Necro, as it turns out, does technically have a fire spell in the form of Corpse Explosion, just as an FYI. So, yeah, I want to use up the XP Shrine, but honestly, I can't be bothered right now, and, like, what, I'm on run 791? I'm pretty sure I'll level by the end of this evening. If I don't, then, well, that's not too bad. You're right, I have also already done Necros, so, I mean, the odds of me doing Necro again, probably not going to happen. That's very true. That's very true. Anyway, so while you guys do your guessing, because I think you guys are having fun with that, I just wanted to quickly give the shout-out once more. /Diablo is doing a reset, ladder reset for this season. That's coming up tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, but today, in 16 hours. 16 hours, it's going to be a reset for this private server. This private server runs the vanilla version of Diablo 2. It's basically like BNet, but without the bots, okay? Dupe free, bot free, D2JSP free, no realm down. That's a really nice feature. I could go over all of the benefits, but it is fantastic. It's worth trying out at the very least, especially because, yeah, like Botnet's going to have their reset on December 7th. This weekend's coming up. It's worth just, you know, spending even like an hour or two on /, check it out, and then see just how awesome it is, or how shite it is compared to Diablo, or compared to Botnet, right? So I'm going to leave that up for you guys to decide. Just wanted to get that out of the way because I want to spread the word. I want to do my job, spread the word. /Diablo is pretty awesome. In fact, I have some goals for myself this season. I really want to help lower characters who are starting out progress through the game a lot more easily. That's going to be one of the key goals. So I'm going to have some I have some stuff set up on that front as well. Okay, in the meantime, let's see. I am going to guess Fireclaw Druid. Ooh, very close, actually. That is a very close guess. Fireclaw Druid, Fire Trap Assassin, I guess. Elemental Druid is not great. Oh, man, you guys are just hitting the nail on the head. This is why I'm saying, like, any information I gave would kind of close to giving it away. So, nay on the Fire Trap Assassin. I do think that would actually be a pretty cool build to try, although granted, I have played an Assassin in a past season. In fact, my first season on /, or my first ever reset, like the first reset that I actually took a part of, I did actually start off as an Assassin. And that Assassin got me a Griffin's, I think, on week 2. Yeah, which was pretty freaking crazy. But that's besides the point. The point is that no, I was not even thinking about a Fire Trap Assassin. That's a pretty solid idea, though. I don't really know how effective it would be in Hell, to be honest. I've never tried it, but no, that is not my role. Botnet is going to lose. PoE new ladder starts on the 7th of December as well. Honestly, I am going to go on a limb and disagree. Like, yeah, I shit on botnet a lot. A lot of people know how shitty botnet is as a whole, with the number of botters and dupers and etc. there are on that server. The fact of the matter is, it's still the official, you know, Diablo 2 server. So, just by, I don't want to say by definition, but I would like to think that there's still going to be the highest number of players on botnet compared to a higher number of players compared to Slash at the very least, and compared to Path of Exile, I honestly don't even know how to play Path of Exile. I don't want to talk out of my ass on this one, so I'm gonna say no comment on this, but just know that botnet is probably not as popular. Or, it's not as popular as some people think it is, and it's not as unpopular as other people think it is. Like, yeah, it's riddled with bots, but there's still going to be, like, lots of people who play it, just because it's, you know, the official server. So. Trash GC. Now, what else? Shit ton play PoE. Yeah, well, there you have it. Honestly, I'm kind of caught up over these. There's a number of people who are all like, oh man, Blizzard announced their reset on the same day as PoE, like pretty shitty, but I'm kind of like, honestly, no matter what day they pick, it's like, they picked a day which works out for them, and which works out for everybody, and which follows the trend, right? Like, they usually do it like, they used to do it last Tuesday of every November. Now they've kind of pushed it closer to like first or second Friday of December. So they're in line with what they usually, or when they usually do their reset, which I think is, totally fair. And there's going to be some people who play Path of Exile, and there's going to be some people who play BNet, and there's going to be some people who play both, so whatever. Having said that, I myself do intend to at least try. I wanted to try, I mean, the way I see it, botnet's a joke, but it's, on reset day, it's nice to try out some really weird, janky build. And I had one in mind that I kind of want to explore if I were to take part in that reset. So I'll see whether or not I end up doing that. Because that sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, anyway, moving along. Crap on their D2 player base. Yep, they did. They did, but there's still going to be people who always come back to the game, right? That is a thing. Like, yeah, okay, they even right now the game's riddled with bots, but there's like every day I see posts on like I pay attention to the Diablo 2 Reddit, not just the Slash subreddit, but also the Diablo 2 Reddit subreddit. It's all like, oh, should I get started on BNet today? And there's tons of people who are like, oh yeah, sure, get on, dude. I'm playing, we can be friends, I can help hook you up with gear, etc, 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 right? So definitely it's not by any means dead, and it's not like no one plays it. Okay, so going back to this, I really wanted to cover up this topic. The build that I'm going to be playing as for this reset is actually a bit more complicated than I'm letting on. To be honest, it's not going to be a Fire Claw Druid, it's going to be a Fire Elemental Druid, aka my main damaging spell is not going to be Fire Claws, it's going to be Fissure. I want to make a Fissure Druid. Fissure Druid looks like a lot of fun, it's pretty solid, does a good amount of damage, especially early on. In Hell mode, it does respectable damage, not as much as a Blizzard Sorceress, but I welcome the challenge, I really do. And what was it earlier that was said? Oh yeah, Elemental Druids are not that good. Well, I wish to challenge that claim. More on that in a bit. I want to point out that the way the season's going to go, I'm going to be starting off with... Listen, like, I'm going to be starting off with a... Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to be taking part in the reset, right? I'm going to have a team. I'm going to have a team, and this team... or while I'm with this team, I'm going to try a very strange support build. So I won't be going Fire to start, unless I find out that my team really is lacking in DPS. But I don't think we will be lacking in DPS. I'd be very surprised if we did. We have like 3 Sorceresses and a Trap Sim. so we should be fine there. Now, having said that, I'm probably going to start off the season with a really weird build. I don't think that I've seen a guide for it. I'm going to start off by dumping a bunch of points into Poison Creeper. Then I'm going to throw a bunch of points into Oak Sage to boost party health. Then I'm going to try and get at least 1 point into Shockwave, and then I'm going to get at least 1 point into Grizzly Bear. Grizzly Bear will be good for tanking. Shockwave also has Werebear as a prerequisite, which will boost my health by 75%, while Oak Sage will boost the party's health, including my own, by an additional like 100-ish%. And Shockwave will be great as crowd control. So overall, I'm looking forward to this really solid support build that I have in mind. I really want to try it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it, as I'm sure you guys can tell. Then after I'm done on reset day, then I'm going to switch over to this Fissure Druid. This Fissure Druid is going to be pretty interesting, I'd say. I definitely have to figure out where to farm with it. I already figured out where to farm with it, but I'm going to leave you guys in suspense as to where I've decided to farm. But yeah, just to know that, yeah, the Fire Druid will be coming up, the Fissure Druid. And I'm not going to stick with the Fissure Druid for the entire ladder season. It is definitely not the most effective build for MFing as far as elemental druids are concerned. I actually want to give the Cold Druid a try. And there is quite a distinction between a Cold Druid and a Wind Druid, as I like to call it. Mainly because Wind Druids usually focus on boosting the damage of their Tornado. I want to boost the damage of Hurricane as high as I can. So that's going to be, once again, I really want to cover a lot of different fields with this Druid that I'm playing this season, at least for the Elemental skill tree. And that's not even considering that I have other plans in the works as well. I'm not going to go over all of them because I want to leave some of them in secret, because it's going to be like, oh man, once I unveil it, you guys are going to be like, wow. But it's nothing as crazy as the Pit Singer, or maybe it is. Maybe it is more crazy. I don't know. You guys are going to wait and see. But yeah, the point is, as far as the build that I'm going to be playing as or MFing with, it's going to be the Elemental Druid. I'm going to shut it off as Fire, then I'll respec it into a Cold Druid at some point when I get my hands on Doom, which will actually allow my Hurricane to do more damage, a lot more damage, and kill monsters a lot more quickly than if I were to use Fissure. Granted, Wind Druid is already pretty solid. Like, Wind Druid will farm faster or more consistently than a Fire Druid, but still, Fire Druid is a fair bit of fun, so I want to mess around with that. Okay, so enough of that. It doesn't change the fact, but will be fun to. Doesn't change the fact, but will be fun to watch. Challenge what? Challenge what exactly? Because, like, for the most part, I haven't. I've just stated my observations. Like, I'm not gonna go and be all like, oh, one player base is more popular than the other, blah blah blah. I'm just saying that there's probably more players than you might think. Okay, moving along. So, Fatty, hello, good to see you. I know that you are on your journey to get materials this season. That's, so best of luck to you. Have I ever found, okay, so no, I absolutely have not found a Griffin's Eye Diadem from these runs. I have not, okay, so let me tell you the statistics, okay? That Gull Rune that you see, where is it? Yeah, right there, on run number 760, it's in the top right of the drops list. That is probably the highest rune that I've gotten in all 797 runs that I've done so far. I have not gotten a single purple box, and I have not gotten a single orange box, and I have just gotten my hands on a white dimensional shard, of course, just once again highlighting how shite my luck is in these 800 runs so far. Welcome to RNG. So yeah, 0 orange boxes, so no Tyraels, no Arachnid Sashes, no Templar's Mites, no D-Webs, no Griffin's Eyes, and no Death's Fathoms. I think I already said D-Webs as well, so yeah, no, overall, it's been pretty lackluster. The best item I've gotten, like price-wise, probably the 40 life for Pally Combat Skiller GC, and that was it. That's the sum total of good things that I've gone, more or less. It'll be fun to watch, I'm hoping so. I'm definitely hoping that you guys aren't too disappointed, because I, once again, have a lot of stuff coming up. Run number 798 coming up. This is pretty good. Got a lot of momentum going on in these runs, and there's a surprising number of people who are dropping in and actually checking out my silly little runs here. So please feel free to ask questions if you guys have any. I haven't really... Most of the people who have said something today are people that have been to my stream already. And who I'm already familiar with. Do feel free to like ask if you guys are curious about my build, if you want to know like what the idea behind what a bit singer is, if you guys want to know more about the results of my so far 798 pit runs. I want to do 1,000, but I don't think I'll quite make it to 1,000. That's the closest I've come to dying in a while. Might roar in a second. Just kill this might roar. Bloodborne. Alright, dead. And yeah, so once again, I try my best to make sure that if you guys have stuff that you want to ask, then you know that I'll just let you guys, or I'll inform you guys about anything that you might want to know. For example, I'm playing on the /Diablo private server. It's a vanilla-ish server. There's no like gameplay tweaks or changes or rebalancing or anything like that. And we're allowed to use map pack. And multi-boxing, there's no realm down, there's no dupes, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot more information on the /Diablo or /Diablo Reddit page, or /Diablo subreddit. They have a lot of links. They'll answer a lot of your questions if you're interested. But so far, yeah, I'm just chilling, doing some runs. I'm almost at run number 800, and I think I'm gonna keep going from here. I'm really trying to gun for the 900 mark this evening. I don't know if I'll hit it. The whole idea was for me to stay up until stay up quite late, and hopefully by staying up late I can wake up late and I'll be like, you know, if I wake, the reset's at about 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be up at like hopefully like 5 p.m. Eastern. That's kind of my goal. So. Fatty, you got my response, right? Yeah, you did hear me, right? I just want to make sure. Basically, my luck is super shit. Or at least I like to say this super shit. Like, I've been charting down my drops. If you want, if you're curious, I can list them out for you, and you can see for yourself. Or, well, maybe not see for yourself, but you can at least see the results that I've gotten so far within the last almost 800 runs. It's going to be my 799th run, so we just finish this up, and I can officially say that I've gotten garbage over the last 800 runs. 0 oranges, 0 purples. Meanwhile, you get other people farming players 1, who haven't even done 1,000 runs. With bits, they do like 700 or 800 with working or something like that. Yeah, 600 or 700 runs with working, and they consider that 1,000. They still manage to get their hands on griffins. I don't get my hands on griffins. Like, what the fuck? All product of RNG. Anyway, once again, I will go back into, I will relapse into silence pretty soon, if indeed there are no further questions, because I think Zandane and Rinks have gone quiet. And I've attended to their questions, mainly what build I'm going to be playing as. I've said what I've wanted to. Yeah, so I do want to preserve my energy as much as possible, but I mean, the other thing too is like, if I'm not saying much though, most people just decide to like take off until I start saying something again, so I don't know, maybe, yeah, not a big deal. Dead tired today, honestly. I'd rather just not commentate at all. Yeah. Well, normally I'm quite happy with commentating. I just, tonight is, it's been a long day. I've been up for a while. Whatever, before I start rambling again, I will mute myself and I'm just going to continue these runs until somebody has something to ask me, so, hopefully y'all are enjoying the show. Nice little singer in action. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in run 800 while I keep myself muted. You aiming for another Enigma? No, no, dude. I'm not aiming for, like, it's the last day of the season. There's no... Here's a good question. There's nothing, like, there's nothing that I can really earn on this day that I'm, like, looking for. I'm doing these MF runs purely for fun. There's absolutely nothing else that I am looking for. Like, yeah, I mean, my Warcry skiller GCs could be Warcry lifers, right? Like, if I really wanted to, like, super GG deck out my gear, then yeah, I could go that route, but I don't care much for that. I'm just doing these runs, these 1,000 pit runs, because I wanted to see what kind of cool shit I could get. And so far, I haven't really gotten much cool shit. I've gotten some cool shit, though. And I can also vouch for the fact that if you're going to run pits with a pit singer, you're probably going to get a fair number of items, at the very least, if nothing else, or magic items, I mean. But aside from that, I can't really vouch for much else, so just wanted to get that out of the way. Is that everybody? Just about, oh, steel flame. Okay, hold on, before I die. Okay, dead. Me next reset on the druid. Oh, next reset on the druid. Honestly... Honestly, that's kind of a tough one. I think I already said earlier that I am trying to go for... I'm going to be doing like 1,000 ET or 1,000 runs of Ancient Tunnels. I'm going to be doing it with 0 MF. In order to do 1,000 AT runs with 0 MF, I can't have an Enigma, because if I have an Enigma, then, well, I actually have... I actually do have some MF, right? So, I don't know. I think I will, though. Yeah, no, sorry. I do have to go for an Enigma. I do have to go for an Enigma regardless. I will need an Enigma. But, it's not going to be my #1 priority. This season, it was basically my #1 priority. Because it's kind of the backbone for the Pit Singer, right? But, like... But yeah, no, next season it won't be my #1 priority because my druid can't really use it, but I will need an Enigma. So that's what I'm going to say. So I will be going for... Oh, hey, look, a diadem. All right. Let's just up the diadem counter to 14. Yeah, well... I thought it would be fun. I mean, once again, right, I like to do silly things. In this season, I want to try and... Oh, I can't believe I made it to 800. Fucking hell. 800 runs. Yeah, that's pretty solid. All right. Now we're going to begin... the last 100 runs that I'll probably be doing tonight, and the season as a whole. Once I'm done these runs, I'll have wrapped up the season for good, I think. So regarding the 0 MF, once again, it's strictly for fun. Which you might be thinking, like, what the fuck, how is having 0 MF fun? Well, it's just an experiment that I want to carry out, right? Like, I want to see what would happen, what kind of equipment I would get if I were to farm Ancient Tunnels with 0 MF. Would I get jack shit? Would I find a bunch of runes but no, like, notable unique items? Will I end up accidentally finding, like, lots of orange boxes, even though I have shit for MF, because, you know, my luck just happens to be really good that season? I'd have +3 elemental skills. Oh shit, man, if I got this on reset day, that would be like... probably have jizzed my pants. It even has damage reduced by 4. What the fuck? Can I be that lucky on reset day? Fuck that. Anyway. But yeah, it's just something I want to try. It's definitely just something that I want to, like, give a shot, and see, like, what the outcome of that will be. Especially because I want to try and, like, I don't know. I think it would just be a fun little twist. Capping my MF. That's not something I did in this season with my pit runs, and it's not something I did with the 1,000 Chaos runs. Honestly, I really like the 1,000 Chaos runs, not just because I found stuff, but because, like, I had a pretty solid, like, I had pretty solid results. And I can even recall them. It was Bursur Birdjaw. Berser Birdjaw. Shit, I really can't remember it. Anyway, yeah. And then Om Zod Om. Yep. I didn't forget the second half for sure though. Like, definitely lessons were to be had from that season. From those results, like, I was able to say that, yeah, 1 in about 1,000, 1 in 100, sorry, runs, you'll get like a purple box on average, or at least I get a purple box on average, one in about 100 runs. And that, what was it? Oh yeah, right, RNG's RNG, and law of averages will eventually bite you in the ass anyway. Seriously, Berser, Birdjaw, whatever the fuck, was like, that's a lot of ohms that I could have sold that for, but all the purple boxes I got in the second half were just complete dog shit. Whew. What a lesson. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to test stuff. That's the TLDR rings. Hopefully that answers your question. What else is there to talk about? Although I don't want to keep talking. The more I talk, the more tired I get. The more tired I get, the less I'm going to want to say stuff tomorrow. And I'm going to need to talk a lot tomorrow because, oh man, I'm going to need to communicate with my team. I even have, like, I have a lot of things in mind. I don't know if I mentioned, like, I mentioned this earlier for sure, but Rinks, you weren't here, and Zandane, I don't know if Zandane's even still here, but yeah, you guys weren't here when I was talking about it to Rudorov. But yeah, I was mentioning that, like, I've been really planning out, like, how this reset's gonna go. 2 big things that I'm going to vouch for, like, I'm very all for, like, just letting my team do their own thing, and I'll do my own thing, and as long as it works, then we're totally okay. But I definitely want to advocate that we get our hands on. Hold on a second. What is this? Ooh, charged Volt Sentry. Okay. I want to advocate that we get our hands on Taloneth, the runes for stealth. That will be that will entail that we do a fair number of Countess runs. I also want to suggest that we try and avoid. Oh, it's a magic unearthed wand. Magic unearthed wand. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to try to chart that down as another failed drop. 4 unearthed wands. Cool. So, yeah, as I was saying, I really don't want to deal with Trav or Chaos Sanctuary on players 8. I'm going to really strongly try and sway my team not to do it players 8. I'm fully prepared for the possibility that they will want to do it on players 8. Damn masochists. But, like, yeah, I definitely know that in the past I've done it on players 8, and that went disastrously, and that caused us a lot of trouble. And I also know that by spawning everything players 1 and then clearing it as players 8, the game was substantially, or getting to Act 5 was substantially easier, and we managed to finish a lot more quickly. We shaved off a good, I think half hour the first time we employed that method. So yeah, definitely a lot of lessons to be learned. And now the last time that we played, yeah, like the first time we did this whole reset team, I think our time was like 5 hours, 30 some minutes. This time it was like, the last time we did it, it only took 4 hours, 36 minutes, which was faster than a lot of other people who had meta, dare I say, team comps, right? Like, oh, we have like 1 assassin, and we have like a bunch of sorks and like 2 2 paladins with like a bow barb. No, honestly, like, honestly, that's pretty cool and all that they had. Some people have those kinds of setups, but the fact that we were able to do 4 hours 36 minutes when most of the sorks on our team had gone fire or lightning, and we didn't have a conviction paladin. Wow, bravo! Like, I'm honestly proud of us from the last time we did the reset. Hopefully, we can emulate the same results. I have a pretty solid team, I think, of people. At least the composition looks good, and you know, the people that I'm playing with do seem to be quite knowledgeable. They're not like just like fresh, you know, just hopped onto /Diablo or anything like that. So that's pretty good. Not that I'd have anything against that, of course, but anyway. I I'm looking forward to it. It's just. Hey, welcome to the stream. This is Zartarak. I think we have here a newcomer. Currently play Path of Diablo. Is / Diablo better? What's the difference between the two? Okay, so in a way, it's apples to oranges. The thing is, they're both private server. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so they're both private servers, and they both are based off of Diablo 2, obviously. However, / Diablo runs of the vanilla version of Diablo 2. Yeah, it runs the vanilla version of Diablo 2, and Path of Diablo runs, or is like, slightly modified and rebalanced version of Diablo 2, which a lot of people really like. So, what I'm gonna say, like, I'm not going to go as far as saying one is better than the other, but what I am going to say is that / Diablo has their ladder reset tomorrow. If you want to see what / Diablo is all about, I definitely recommend giving it a try, like even playing like a couple hours, like a day or two. Just hop on /, make a character, and see what it's like. It's a lot of fun. You'll meet a lot of cool people, and it's just overall really chill here. There's definitely no drawback to playing both / and Path of Diablo if you can afford it. At least not in my opinion. The difference between the two, once again, just going to emphasize that once more. / Diablo, it's the vanilla version of the game. It's not like, there's no new abilities, there's no new skills, there's no rebalancing that's done to make hammers less overpowered or sorceresses teleport any less less crazy or less awesome. Blizzard's still a really strong spell. I don't know, Boazons are still pretty I want to say shite. Let's use the word gear dependent. Right? Like, they haven't changed any of these things. Path of Diablo went through the effort of rebalancing them to make the classes a lot more close to one another, and to encourage people to use different builds. And they have like little nuances in the game, like the ability to corrupt items and whatnot, which is pretty cool. Having said that though, right, at the end of the day, they are different, I would argue, so it's not fair to say one's better than the other. I'd say they're different, and they're both each individually worth trying out. I haven't myself yet tried Path of Diablo, admittedly, but this is, like, from what I know of it, yeah, they're both pretty solid. I don't think I've ever heard anyone complain, really, about Path of Diablo. I also don't think I've heard anyone complain about / Diablo, aside from, oh, well, they're running the vanilla version of the game, so what's the point of playing it? Which, okay, fine, it's a decent argument, depending on who's receiving it, I guess. Does that answer your question, Zartarak? Did I make things more confusing? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Because for me, like, I'm pretty fanatical about /. I definitely would vouch for it. It really is a lot of fun. People here are great. And, I mean, worst case scenario, if you don't like it here, then you can always just hop back over to Path of Diablo. Okay, so Scourge, I'm going to assume Horizon's Tornado. Yay, second one of the day. Yeah, I should... No, I'm not going to chart down garbage. Like, my drops list already fills up pretty quickly as it is. Alright. Come on, that was a mana shrine. lengthy, but at least it goes one direction. Oh man, coming up on run number 810. Oof, these runs are lengthy. I don't know how I managed to get through the first 800, to be honest. It's all a blur to me now. I honestly hate pits. I know I've said it before. I've said it so many times before, but I can't, like, I haven't said this, like, in over 3 months now. So I'm gonna say it. I cannot stand this place. I actually can't. It just never drops anything for me, but like, I miss Chaos Sanctuary. I miss Chaos Sanctuary so much. The mob density was so good. And I still haven't gotten a Burr Rune this season either. It's the first season I haven't gotten a Burr Rune. It's also the first season where I haven't really farmed much of Chaos Sanctuary, so probably some correlation there. Ah yes, let's actually repair some of my equipment. 460k? Yeah, that's fine. It's so hard to find Gilliam's face though. That's one of the items which I really, it's like really valuable. I mean, not like really valuable, but it's definitely something that I'd love to use or I'd love to get because it's a pretty cool find. But I never find it, even though it's like not even that rare an item. Same with Shaco, to be honest. Misclicked on the gem shrine. Zartrak, are you still around, or you gone now? Actually, come to think of it, what the hell? Yeah, okay, never mind. Oh, okay. I realized it. I figured I was still in combat. One reason I love playing this Barb, I can stand around just about any mob and I can still survive, assuming that I come back sometime in the next century or so. Alright, whatever. I got jack shit from that. Back out, and I'm gonna move over to run number 807. So I'm gonna mute myself while there aren't any questions coming in, and I'll see how much longer I can go. I'm hoping to hit 900, but that looks like that's gonna be quite a far stretch for me. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to that point without completely keeling over. So we'll see. Okay, muting myself, and we'll continue with the rest of the runs. Okay, not bad. It's an Agi staff. Okay. I feel like turning that down, so I will. cool. No dimensional shard. Blue dimensional shard. Got it. Okay. Speaking of, I don't know if I'm gonna... Oh, wow. Bunch of rares, but... Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go for that much longer, to be honest. I was originally planning to, like, go all the way until I hit the 900 mark, but I don't... I'm actually way too tired for that. I can't. Like, I physically am not able to, because I want to just roll into bed and get up and running for tomorrow afternoon. So, that's gonna be my plan. I'm probably gonna cut it short pretty soon. Hopefully around run number 815, perhaps. Then I'll have done about 85 runs today. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good, solid place to stop. I was honestly hoping to do a lot more than that, but my body will no longer let me stay for that much longer, I don't think. Well, with any luck, I'll at least be well rested for tomorrow. Reset day. So there's that. By the way, is there anyone still here, or is it just me and like a bunch of lurkers now? Let's take a look. Yeah, no one's messaged anything. Rinks, I think, is still here though. Ooh, Tiara. Okay. Let's take a look. What does this Tiara bring to me today? 2 to combat skills. One day it'll be a 3 poison, or 3 PNB, 2 open sockets, 20 FCR. Calling it in. It'll happen eventually. In different universe. Alright, I'm gonna gun for run number 815. Call it an evening. Let's do this. Last run's for me. So, this one. Got a shot at. Yeah, Grand Charm. Wow, three-dimensional shards so far today. Oh shit, I ran out of keys. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go get myself some more keys then. And then after that, I can finish the remaining 2 runs. Good.
The Order welcomes you.
Not enough mana.
Oh shit, that's a pretty cool drop. Hold on a second, let's just see if we can... Okay, that's trash. Also trash. Ev 4-socket Thresher. I probably won't bother trying to like pick this up. Yeah, yeah, I'll pick it up. Why not? Sure, I got room for it. Ev 4-socket Thresher. That's run number 813. Alright. Hopefully I don't get anything else in the next 2 runs, and that way I won't have to do any big muling stuff, so. Alright. Almost forgot that I had to actually complete this run. Alright, here's the monsters. Okay. Gremlins. What is this? Trash. Alright, end of run number 813. 2 more to go. 814 and then 815. And then I'll call it a night.
Good to see you.
Hello.
Alright, final run of the night.
I can't.
Alright, and that marks the end of my 815th and possibly final run of the season. I'm gonna just quickly transfer off all the items that I have on this character. Then I will wrap it up.
Greetings.
Okay. Let's go to 2-2. And here we go. I just drop everything. Fuck it. There we go.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright. My mule now holds just about everything in these obtained over the last couple sessions of farming. I've sharded down most of the drops. I don't think that I've missed any. And my character is pretty much good to go for starting at the next run. I'm going to repair my shit just for completion's sake, but yeah, this is the end for me. It doesn't look like there's any comments from people on Twitch or YouTube. Hopefully you guys are good to go if there's anybody left. But I think that that'll be all for me. I am too tired to keep on going, but tomorrow I will definitely be back. Hopefully I'll see you guys there if there's anyone still around. So yeah, stay tuned. And that's pretty much all I want to say. So this is DTD2, signing out.